What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Royal Dude Lorenzo, and we're back 3 weeks later. Unless you're watching this in some alternate timeline where this actually took place last week. How's everybody doing? You know, it's what week is this? Week 6 in quarantine, and I feel like everybody's just hanging on a dear life. How's everybody doing?
Well, what's
hanging
your name,
on by
sir?
a thread.
Oh, right. I am the blue. Wait,
Who are you people?
didn't I already say I was the blue squid?
No, you did not.
Anyways, I'm the blue squid here on the Inkling Brothers podcast.
My name is Ray, also known as Meatloaf Man. I am the purple squid here on the Inkling Bros podcast.
And I'm Eric. And I'm actually not a squid, so make sure to keep that in your mind in regards to Inkling Bros lore.
Any Squidward?
This is actually now this step right here. You guys are actually live experiencing step 4B. Okay, now let me tell you why. Okay, because Isaac says he's going to show up today. Okay, and so if he does, then we can finally move on to step 5. But right now we're only at step 4B.
I like that you're referencing something that only you, me, and Ray know about. Like,
No,
oh man,
we always talk about this on the podcast.
If you watch the panel video that came out a few episodes before this, then you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Step 4.5.
Ray calling me out saying, "Oh, look who didn't watch that panel video yet." It's like, damn.
So
hopefully Isaac will show up. You will see. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yep. There you go, Isaac. You're just in time for the intro.
He left!
That was for you, dickhead.
Oh, there he is!
Oh, no, I'm not.
That was amazing!
Thank you. I call that one. You know what I call that?
What?
The Theta Thug.
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
This is step 4B, guys. It's finally completed. Now we can move on to step 5. Introduce yourself, kind sir.
Yo, what's up? My name is Red Squid, is of the Ink Bros podcast, aka Samurai, and yo.
Or also known as Senpaizik. Or
Senpaizik.
Senpai. Or Senpai
Melroth.
Dominican flag.
Melroth.
Why are you going? What, you didn't have to do all that, Senpai Dominican flag. They can't see my disc.
Isaac's like
Dominican flag.
Isaac's like, I can't believe you've done this.
Where's episode 3 of Vice City?
I got
AKA, hold on, babe.
I got it. Let me tell you something. On my end, your name, your username shows up as Senpaido. Even though I know
he said it as.
No, but the DO actually is supposed to be the Dominican flag. It's just not showing up. It's showing up as Senpaido.
Oh, okay. I thought you wrote Senpaido.
So my headcanon is, yo, Senpaido, where you at?
I love that me mentioning Melroth just suddenly threw Isaac in a rage. Like, oh man, Mr. Vice City Part 3.
Be a Melroth fight.
But on a real note,
Isaac's gonna delete that Let's Play off his channel.
Right? You gotta tell the people. You gotta tell the folks at home. Look in the camera right now. Where is Vice City Part 3?
Look in the camera.
All right, hold on. I'm looking. Wait. Okay, I'm looking in the camera now.
Okay. We obviously can tell.
So
okay.
where is
what do
Vice
I tell the
City
people?
Part 3?
It's coming. It's on its way.
Okay. There you
6 years later, it's on its way.
There you go.
The wait is almost over.
Dude, I would love it if he has the exact same save file, like just ready to go. Where he left off.
I'm like genuinely curious. Do you still have that save file?
Actually, to be honest, I think I do. Yeah. Imagine.
Oh wow!
I'm
like, it's time. Hook up the hot pots.
You literally like record it in the same way as you did those 2 first episodes.
Yo, you were joking too, like in the chat when you were talking about like, oh yeah, guys. So I can't wait for my graduation. I'm wondering how that's gonna be like.
Yeah. Pretend it's still 2014 and you're still in high school. It's like, oh man, I wonder what college has in store for me.
That's perfect. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna put hand wraps around my hands. Put a headband around my head. I'm like 6 years.
Yo, you also gotta shave you gotta shave your face too. You have to be clean shaven.
Clean shaven.
You have to
shave
be
my beard off.
baby-faced Isaac from high school.
It's finally time. I pick up that Xbox. I pick up a Duke controller. I'm like, oh no, not this one. Then I pick up a real Xbox. He sees the controller. Like, this is it. Wait, where's the game?
Everyone heard it here live. Folks,
It's in the bin
right?
with Sonic 06.
Y'all heard it here first. Isaac
Watch
is
that third
actually
part.
doing a Vice City Part 3. Look out for it.
Watch that third part be like the entire rest of the game. Like it's like a 5-hour video. He just plays through the entire
Yo,
game
I'm
at
gonna-
that point.
it's
Yo, what
Live
if
stream,
what
bro.
if part 3 is just a live stream of the rest of the game?
What? Yo, that would be great. I'm just gonna do part 3 is my Samurai Jack season 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Isaac just fucking he just takes on the entire rest of the game in just one whole part. Like, all right, guys, I kept you guys waiting for 6 years. I'm gonna John Wick this and just complete the whole game in part 3. This is the
In
finale.
one sitting.
In one
50
sitting.
years have
Oh my
passed,
god.
but I do not age. Gotta get back. Episode 3. Mr. Klein. Yo.
If you make a part 3,
you know it'd be great. All right, so I had a high school
Make that the
advisor.
intro.
His name was Mr. Klein. He was me and Eric's advisor actually in high
Yeah.
school. But I would love if when I upload the episode 3, if my high school advisor, Mr. Klein, actually sees the episode and he comments on it.
I would love if he's like, "Hey Isaac, you're back." Oh
Yo,
man.
what the fuck took you so long? I've been waiting for this. Like, yes. I'm like, Mr. Klein?
It's been 6 years.
It's been 6 years.
Yo,
Well, actually, it's
about
been less
time.
because we went to visit him.
He goes bald and shit. Like, yo, you have me waiting.
He's an old man.
His kids are in college. One of his kids are actually in high school, but yeah. Episode 3, guys, it's coming. To answer
All
your
right.
question.
Well,
Okay.
everyone heard it here, folks. It's happening. It's finally happening.
And the great thing about it is he didn't say when it's coming. So theoretically, he could wait another 10 years.
Is this what the
Yeah.
podcast is for? For me to confirm episode 3?
yes.
No.
All right,
it's
great. Wrap up the podcast.
a 2-minute podcast. Okay.
That was all it was. It was just episode 3
God.
confirmed with a question mark in the title.
Title?
Yo, put that in the
I'll
title.
make it clickbaity.
Oh my
Yo,
lord.
all right, here's my request now. Put a teacher with a tie holding up, at a computer desk watching a video, and then put in a screenshot of Vice City 3 in the computer screen.
Vice City Part
Vice
3.
City 3.
There you go.
Well,
Sorry, Vice
Ray,
Yo,
City.
what
you
happened to
heard
Vice
it
City
here.
2?
All right,
Ray, you heard him.
Ray, in the thumbnail,
now.
put Vice City. Yeah, put the Vice City game and part 3 with a question mark on top. That's my request for the thumbnail image.
Oh
I
god,
got you.
I went to the podcast text chat and I completely forgot the last thing posted was my link to that Senran Kagura massage DLC.
From last episode.
I do have to update everybody that I actually did purchase it, and eventually I do want to get the rest of the DLC.
Senran Kagura Massage DLC. I'm googling this.
Oh, Isaac, you're in for a treat.
It's basically it's a
Reflections.
spin-off. It's a spin-off Senran Kagura game that's basically just fan service, where all you do is just give massages to the girls.
It's great.
Hey, yo. Oh, what the fuck? He's massaging her feet?
Well, that's just one DLC. There's multiple massages.
Bruh,
in the
I
game.
googled this shit, and the first thing I see is fans of Senran Kagura Reflections now download, and the pictures of an anime girl getting her feet massaged.
Well, yeah, that was the last DLC they put out. That was the last massage they added.
Isaac, I don't know if you were in the room when this was happening, but they were playing this game in the hotel room last year at
Me?
CPAC.
Me? What? I didn't play it.
No, Isaac, I was saying.
He
were
played the
playing
Senran Kagura massage game?
No,
No,
when
he didn't, but Lawrence had his Switch connected to the TV in one of the bedrooms, and
Oh,
he
word.
put on the Senran Kagura game.
and we played with the nut butt.
Was that in your guys' part of the room or in ours? Because Simon
This
did
was
not
in your
have
room.
Jinwon did not have that game on his Switch. I was there. I did
Not,
in
not
your
in the
room,
living room
sir.
section, in the
There
bedroom
were no foot
section.
massages in our hotel room, at least not on my part.
No. The foot massage is the new DLC that just came
Yeah,
out.
that wasn't in the game.
That
yet,
came out
was it?
afterwards.
Oh, okay. So there was no foot massage at CPAC in
And
the
I-
hotel.
I
You're
only
really
remember that we did
hyper
this
focusing
because
in on the foot massage part.
I only remember that we did this because I found footage of that I took in the hotel room when we were doing that just the other day.
Look what you got yourself into. Foot massages. Yo, CPAC was damn, I miss it already.
Yeah,
Already?
DLC
You sound like you
already?
just got back from it.
Are you talking about CPAC? It's not like you
he-
said you missed the DLC pack. I'm like, it's still available to download, bro.
I don't know. I just found that really funny for some reason. It
Yo,
caught me off
it's the
guard.
DLC.
Yo, does this come
No,
with a foot
no, but
massage?
CPAC though, yeah, I hear you.
Sir, this is
It was
a
supposed
GameStop.
to happen like next week, I think, or something.
Yeah, actually,
in fact, let me-
happen next week.
Yeah, next week, Ken, it was supposed to happen.
But not
Not
Isaac.
anymore.
I agree. I miss CPAC too.
What a way to transition.
Yo, imagine in an alternate timeline we actually
Says the guy
went
who
over
wasn't
there.
there.
Imagine in an alternate timeline we actually went over to CPAC and like that was the season finale for the season. Like, wow, shortest season ever.
I thought you were gonna say series finale. It's like this is it, guys.
Guys, we have an announcement. This is the
Guys.
last episode.
We're out.
Bye.
Wrap up the podcast for real this time.
Forever.
Forever.
What? Ink Bros
Yeah.
forever. The concert, the
The
experience,
concert. We come back like Jonas
The final
Brothers.
concert tour.
and then you download it and it's just a foot massage.
Oh
We
my
go on-
god.
We go on tour and all 50
Isaac's
states.
word of the day today is apparently foot massage. He has to try and find a way to work it in everywhere.
Yeah, I took it from Lawrence's vocabulary.
Lawrence's vocabulary.
Boris.
Lawrence's son, Borance.
Boris.
It's like
Boruto.
Naruto, Boruto,
Boruto. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
exactly.
where his son
It's a
doesn't like
sequel.
just like feet. He likes feet with different flavors.
Oh my god.
Oh my
He's-
god.
Lawrence is like my son.
I'm proud of you.
Why do you,
I'm proud.
Isaac? Why did that sound like Master Splinter?
My son.
My son.
He's
Like the
real.
2003 Master Splinter, to be specific.
Yeah, my sons.
My son, I've come for you.
All right, don't. Say
Anyways.
Quick thing? Did you guys see that video that that Greg Baldwin put out? Who dressed up as Iroh when he was talking about Donald Trump?
I sent
It
that
was
to
like-
you guys.
Some say
that. Yeah,
we
I think
should
Isaac
give
sent that to me.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump a chance.
I know
No.
what you're going to say. You're going to say we should be with Donald Trump and try to get it wrong. You're wrong. He's crazy.
No.
He must be put down.
I love the way he said
What if-
that.
What if the video just went like, "We should get along with him,"
No,
and then it just ends?
no.
No.
End of the video.
I know what you're saying. We should try to get along with him. Yeah, I love his voice. He did a really good job of Uncle Iroh.
Well,
Damn,
yeah,
wasn't he
as
the
well as-
second
as well as
voice
the crew.
actor?
Yeah, he's Mako's
Yeah,
understudy.
He did good service to Mako because he's his understudy.
Yeah, 'cause
And
he
as
passed
Aku.
away sadly. Oh right,
my-
he also did Aku in season 5. Then
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, my dad, who's like a big fan of Mako, he listened to Greg Baldwin and he agrees that he's a good successor.
yeah, I mean, I honestly, as a kid, I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
I loved his work in I love his work in Samurai Jack a lot, even though it sounded different. Like to me, it really did it well. This-
Yeah.
Well, I
I-
still haven't seen season 5. I was mostly referring to when he replaced Iroh. In
You owe
like,
it to
Avatar.
yourself. Yeah. When you get a chance. Yeah,
He
and
did.
Korra when he came in for Iroh.
I think that's the role most people know him the most as. I would say, since it was a kid show.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's both Samurai Jack and Avatar.
Yeah, I agree. So now that
Long
Iroh says,
ago in a distant past.
so now that Iroh says we need to bring down Trump, does that mean we live in the Avatar world?
Oh my god.
Is the U.S. the Fire
Firelord Trump.
Fire Lord Trump?
Wow, this podcast is getting very political.
Yeah.
Obamacare.
Obama's comet?
Was Bernie the Avatar?
Yes.
Bernie was the Avatar
He vanished.
He vanished.
He vanished.
when the world needed him most.
He vanished.
He suspended his campaign.
Oh my god.
I'm
Hey,
not
you can still
suspending-
vote for him
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not-
You can still write in
because
your
his
vote.
name is still on the ballot, and he did that on
Yeah.
purpose. Because
I'm
if he
suspending
gets
my
a lot
campaign.
of delegates, he can like force the convention to adopt some of his policies.
Hell
I am
yeah.
once again asking you to teach me the elements.
Air, fire, water.
Wind.
Abominable.
Weed.
Yo, but
Legalizing it.
Instead of telling him to master all 4 elements, he tells you to bring all 4 forms of socialism: free healthcare, education.
But yeah, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Terrible.
Just staying alive.
Yeah, I agree.
Just-
Barely staying alive, but yeah.
Just finish me off, fam.
Jesus Christ.
You know what they say?
Animal
Walk out
Crossing-
into the street.
You know what they say when you go to the barber shop and he's like, "Just fuck me up, fam."
Animal Crossing's been keeping most of us busy, along with other new games that have been coming out.
Yeah.
So, that's been a thing.
How's everyone doing in Animal Crossing?
Doing good. KK is coming
my
to my town
island is a
tomorrow.
1-star rating.
Me too. It's okay.
I got Isabel.
Nice.
What were you saying,
Yeah,
Dore?
KK Slider is finally coming to my island tomorrow.
Wait, really?
Oh, nice.
You got
Yeah,
there already?
Well, I mean, you say that, but like all of my other friends already like past that point in the game, and I'm just like, I worked really hard to get my island up to like 3 stars like this whole week. Like,
Oh my
Said
God.
that like
spending Nook miles on like set pieces for the island and all that, and then do-it-yourself projects.
Oh,
with,
that's a good
like,
idea. I should do that. I
different
have like
furnishings.
30k Nook miles.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it
Yeah,
took
I
a
have
lot of like
50,000
thinking because like
miles. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this.
this
Because you're
game
not going
really
to use all of them for mystery islands. You'll be playing the game for like 8 hours at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like, this game really teaches you how to like, place different objects in your house and like outside, because like
It's all that feng
I have
shui.
all these different things like a fountain and like a hot springs, and I'm trying to figure out the best place to put it, like what trees to cut down, like where to place like new houses for residents, where to place furniture in the house. It's funny too, because like I got the left room recently in my house, and I wanted to turn that into a kitchen because I already had like a stove and a coffee maker.
God damn,
then-
bro.
And then in the mail from the Happy Home Association and also from one of my neighbors on the island, I got a bathtub and a shower and like a toilet. So I'm like, damn, now I gotta turn it into a bathroom.
I got that with my first room upgrade. So I made like the back room the bathroom for me.
The bathroom.
Yeah, I put like a toilet, a bathtub,
Yeah.
like some shelves, a light, and some other stuff.
Eric just came to visit my island earlier today, and he's like, where do you use the bathroom? And I'm like, you see that trash can in the corner over there?
No, all right. I said you answered
what?
to the. No, all right. He's lying. He's lying.
No, that's what he said.
No. I jokingly was like, "Wow, you have no bathroom? Where do you go to FAP?" And then he's like, "Look at the trash can in the corner." That's what he referred to. Not like, bodily functions.
I don't need that bamboo anymore. Lawrence.
Yo, I do
Oh,
have
God.
2 bamboo
I'm
trees.
not about to
on
go to
my-
Lawrence's island and look at a trash can full of shit.
There are 2.
We're full of tissues, rather. At this
There
point.
is a I do have 2 bamboo trees on my island. I
How do
didn't
you
actually
get bamboo?
there is one island, I
Boo-bam.
think, in the entire
You have to go to a Nook Miles Mystery Island.
yeah, it's one of the mystery islands that you get. I think there's only one of them, and the
It's full
entire
of bamboo
island
all
is
over
just all bamboo. I ended up going, and when I did, I took 2 trees home with me, and I also got a bunch of like saplings that I'm probably gonna end up planting.
So you can use those saplings to make more bamboo.
right. You make the
Okay.
trees, and then you just hit them like you would regular trees, and out will come out bamboo.
Why didn't you give me some bamboo when I visited earlier today?
I didn't use any bamboo. I haven't gotten any bamboo yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
give me some bamboo later.
yeah.
Because the
I
mystery
have
island
the
stuff
2
is like
trees.
really RNG.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. But good news is that I
Dude,
think you can
if you're
get
looking
Tarantula Island
Tarantula Island
after
is
7
gone.
o'clock. And the thing is, don't sell them to the Nook brothers. Just sell them to
Tell them
to
That
flat.
guy that sometimes comes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he comes on what, Tuesdays? Because I feel like I saw him on Tuesday, like every Tuesday.
I
love
haven't
how-
seen him, period, and I've been playing every day for like at least 2 weeks, so that's not true.
I
I've
love
seen
how-
CJ so far though, who is the guy you sell fish to.
I think I've seen
Oh,
him
right.
once, the CJ guy.
Yeah,
I
he
saw him one
came
day
by
when I
my
was
island
playing
just
late.
yesterday.
I've only had one ghost encounter, and the motherfucker gave me a piece of clothing I was literally already wearing. So I was like, wow.
Oh, I see that guy all the time.
Yeah,
I've
when
only seen him once, and a part of me
I've
is
had a-
wondering if my villager was so mad he killed him again, and that's why he hasn't shown up.
Jesus
I-
Christ.
I had him twice already, and he gave me a boring ass couch. I'm like, thank you, but I don't need this.
I've gotten some cool things from him, but like otherwise,
same.
like I started taking Lawrence's advice and started asking for expensive stuff. Like at first, I was like, all right, let me get something new because I'm wondering, like, you know, what is there to offer in this game? And I started getting a bunch of whack stuff that I didn't really need for the house, and I'm like, okay, this is just taking up space.
Here's a tire. It's like,
I started
thanks.
getting expensive stuff.
Yeah,
I asked for
honestly,
something expensive because I assumed it could still be something new, and then this motherfucker gives me the same shirt
The
I'm
same
literally
exact shit.
already wearing.
that's
How
what I'm saying.
expensive
Like
is that?
honestly, like
It
every
was like
time you
3K
ask,
bells.
every time you talk to this man, this dead man, you got to make sure that you're asking for something expensive. If you ask for something new, he can literally give you trash because you don't have it.
Because you don't have trash. Okay.
So like it's like I honestly I looked it up on forum when I first got the game, and I was like, oh, so how do I deal with this guy? And then it said it was like always ask for something expensive because if you ask for something new, he can literally give you trash. I'm
You
like,
made
oh.
it sound like you want to assassinate him, bro. I don't believe this.
He's already dead.
You're already Omaewa.
Make him even more dead. I don't know.
Nani?
You're already dead.
I've gotten the fucking the bird that washes ashore twice.
Oh, Gulliver.
Yeah.
I think when you do
Oh yeah,
it,
Gulliver.
get him.
Yeah. What happened to his
30
island?
No.
Yeah.
I think that was a play on the thing.
Yeah,
Actually, in
it
the
obviously
game.
was.
Gulliver's
In-
Travels and all that.
Yeah.
Gilligan's
Yeah.
That
Island.
old ass show that I never watched, but I've
He
only
deleted
heard
it.
about it because of memes.
You can actually after you get him, I think 30 times you get the golden tools or
You get the what?
Or golden.
Yeah, after 30. Yeah, after 30 times you get like the what was it? The golden
the golden shovel, I think.
shovel. Yeah,
Really?
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
makes sense,
how
'cause
you
you
get
use-
the shovel? That's really okay.
Well, the golden shovel anyway. Like the
I know,
golden
it's just-
tools in this game, you get doing different achievements. Like for the slingshot, you need to hit 300 balloons, and then you have to be on the lookout for the golden balloon. So, don't have your island open to people visiting via Wi-Fi because I saw someone
When
on
that
Twitter the other
happens.
day. Yeah, like they saw the golden balloon, but their game like they couldn't move their character because someone was entering the island, and when that happens, the balloon is gone. Like because I've had it happen to me too. Not the golden balloon, but just a balloon was passing by in general, and someone was coming onto
Yeah,
my
same
island.
here.
So, and you know, there's no way you're catching up to that. Like, it just vanishes.
Wait, so like if the
Remember.
golden balloon just leaves, does it never come back? Or are you just screwed out of the golden slingshot?
I think you have to
Until it comes back
pop
again.
300 more balloons,
That is bullshit. What?
or at least I don't think you get the slingshot itself, but the recipe anyway.
Oh, you missed it once? 300 more balloons.
I feel like it'd be
Remember.
pretty. I
No
feel like it'd
one-
be pretty insane. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Isaac?
Remember, no one leaves their island open on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Krusty Krab training video. Yeah, but I'm assuming it'd be a little unfair if you just got like the tools themselves, because like because then eventually even the golden items they break like at some point, and at that
Yeah,
point
but you can just make
to
them
me,
again. Because it's a recipe,
you can make-
right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's good that you get the recipe instead of the actual tool, because that way you can
Yeah.
just remake it if you have golden nuggets. Because
So
as rare as they are, you will eventually find more.
So here's the thing. I've been getting lucky. I feel like I've been getting at least one gold nugget every other day at this point, with the
Yeah,
rocks that are
it's
on
good.
my island.
I haven't.
I was
I
doing
only have my one.
You
It's
still only
funny.
have one?
Yes.
Dude, it's funny because I went to 3 mystery islands today, and I ended up getting like 1 gold nugget from each of them. And I'm like, Jesus, really? Like 3 in a row?
I think I literally have like at least 6 at this point.
Yeah, I think I have like probably like 6 or 7, maybe 8.
But like with the golden tools, I assume it's like like say for the axe, is it like the stone axe and 1 gold nugget? Is that how you make it?
The stone axe
For what,
gold nugget.
the golden axe, you mean?
Yeah. Like, what's the recipe? I mean, like, is it the previous version but with the gold nugget? Sort of like how the second version is like the flimsy tool with an iron nugget.
To be honest, I'm not sure
No,
if you can make a golden, like, rock axe, but I know that the golden regular axe that you cut trees with, you can make a golden version of that. You have to do
So you
the
can
flimsy axe first, and then you put iron on it.
You can make any golden item with just nuggets. I don't think they're a direct upgrade. Like, you don't just go from level 2 axe to gold axe.
Level 3.
It's just like it's its own recipe.
But
so
like,
it doesn't augment your current axe. It just makes a new one.
But like, what's the recipe? Is what I'm saying. Basically,
I don't know the recipe. I just know that
Probably
it
a
uses
flimsy
golden
shovel.
nuggets.
Yeah, probably the same thing as like a regular like shovel, like a metal
Yeah,
shovel.
like the
It's a flimsy, usually
the
a flimsy
flimsy
plus
version,
the,
and then you
metal.
just upgrade that.
Yeah, the flimsy version plus the metal that you're using.
By the way, Eric, if you go to the bamboo island, don't be afraid to use the regular axe that you used to cut down trees, because that way you'll be able to keep track of what bamboo trees you cut down, which is really helpful. So you don't have to
I
constantly
have
waste,
a
like,
regular axe just in my storage.
Yeah,
I just don't use it on my island.
It's one
that way you
golden
don't have
nugget
to
and one
like
shovel.
abuse the regular rock axe.
I abuse the regular rock axe.
So it's
I
one
only
golden nugget and
use
one
that
shovel.
for like I only use that on like my island when I'm trying to get wood and all that.
Yeah.
Because some of the trees I want to keep, obviously.
What were you saying, Isaac?
No, I was saying it's one golden nugget and one shovel.
Okay, so it's sort of like the pretty good tool set where it's
Pretty good.
like the previous version along with a nugget.
Yes.
Apparently, to get the golden axe, you need to break 100 axes. So it's like, well, I guess you'll get that eventually.
Well, I mean,
Do they give you a ROM of the Sega game Golden Axe?
Yeah, that's exactly what it gives you. Okay.
Golden Axe? What's that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a Sega franchise that they don't do anymore because Sega only cares about Yakuza and Sonic.
Oh, got
Sonic, what's that?
it.
Tails, who's that?
Not dead ass. Who that?
Shut up.
But yeah, Animal
Sonic,
Crossing
like the
has taken
movie?
has taken over our lives.
Like the movie? Oh my god.
Fuck you, normie.
What? Remember, no one wants to be a normie.
Wrong.
I'm wrong. You want to
I
pay
fucking
off
love
your
that.
house loans? I see you want to buy a new house after you got a tent. You think you can get a house now? Wrong.
Wrong.
You got a Tom Nook. You get a tent on your fucking. I hate how you
Tom Nook training video.
You don't even get like a hut or anything. It's supposed to be an island village. It gives you a fucking Haiti relief tent. Oh, let me rephrase that. He gives you a fucking fire festival relief tent.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Did you
God.
guys see the meme of Tom Nook standing next to Ja Rule? And it's like New Horizons.
Dude, this whole time I've been playing the game, I didn't even think about the fucking Fire Festival comparison.
Yo, me too.
Yo, it's the exact same. I'm telling you. Just
It's like a
Fire
getaway
Fest.
package.
Animal Crossing New Horizons. You land on the island that you choose. You get given a relief tent. You're in debt to some millionaire Ponzi schemer with his travel island company, his bank company, his housing company. Like, this guy has all these schemes.
Amazon.
And then on the weekends he brings musical guests. It's Fire Festival before the Switch.
We need to get KK Slider, guys.
Yo.
Oh,
I
Do you
just
have your
thought
Tom
about
Nook wristband?
Tom Nook wristband.
that. Or we could talk about that bunny that makes you
That
make a
used
toy of him.
Zipper?
Nah, fam. I can't wait for Ja Rule to come and play on my island.
Remember when I accidentally said that Smosh would show up on your island?
Smosh?
Smosh.
Are we ready? I guess not.
Yeah.
They reenact their famous Pokemon intro cover from like 2006.
With Ja Rule?
Yeah.
What?
What's your guys' favorite thing about the game so far?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask what's your favorite thing about Smosh.
What's your favorite thing about Ja Rule, bro?
No.
I'm gonna say just the
Favorite
villagers.
thing about the game,
The
definitely,
villagers for
yeah.
me.
Getting to
Meeting
know all
them,
the characters.
that's like been the pull of Animal Crossing because I've been playing the game. So I had the first one on the GameCube. That was like my first time with it. I didn't play all of them, but I think it's always like people like the villagers. That's what the game's mostly about. Like you get to meet them, talk to them, and then you have people who come back from the first game. Like there was that, I forget his name, the cat from the first game who's on the train with you, but
Raymond?
he's there.
No, not
Is that
Raymond.
Raymond?
Raymond is a new
No.
character in this game.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
you're-
This is my first Animal Crossing.
Yeah, you're good. You're talking
Yeah,
about the
but-
blue cat with the eyes, right, Isaac?
Rover.
Rover.
Yeah, his name's Rover. So, like Rover, right? So Rover comes back in the later games. So people, I feel like it's the villagers that are my favorite part, and that's like the pull of the game. There's other parts too that are cool, but I think it's just talking to them and seeing them in the game it's fun. There's also the music, which is good too.
Oh, definitely.
What about Moose?
Oh, the
He's like
music.
everyone's favorite, right?
Moose. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
actually. You know what? Can we talk about the villagers that are not people's favorites?
Because the
for a
fucking
game-
mouse.
I'm gonna go on like I'm gonna keep it real here. For a game that so many people say is chill, and they love to just like talk about, oh, I play Animal Crossing. It's a chill game. I'm a chill person. Then you know, no, the fuck you're not. You're evicting villagers from your island because they're ugly. No, you're
I mean, it's a
fucking
game. Who
ugly.
cares? Just let him evict it.
No, fuck those people.
Also,
I'm
too,
doing it. If I
Yo,
don't like someone, I'm telling them to
can
leave.
we?
I
Isaac,
just feel Eric,
now
no,
that you-
if they don't no Eric, I'm not over it if they don't like that villager. I'm talking about people, not those people. I'm talking about people that are straight up, get off my island, uggo. Who's this ugly villager? I'm gonna send you hate mail. Like
sending
those-
them death threats.
Yeah, let's talk
Ugly
about.
people need to be destroyed.
All right, I'll give you one example.
Freaking
There's a villager.
Hunchback of Notre Dame up in here.
There's a villager that looks so ugly, everyone died.
What the hell?
Yeah.
No, there's a villager, right? That there's like several villagers that people don't like. I'll post one in the chat right now. But these people are losing their minds over villagers they don't like. And I'm like, oh, that's hilarious, right? You're all self-righteous about being chill, playing a chill game. Here you are evicting animals that want to live on your island.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. Fuck the Oscar.
Fuck
You don't want 'em.
I'm sitting
I don't
here.
care. It's a video
Damn,
game.
Lulu
I don't
doesn't
give a
want it
shit.
now.
I'm sitting here looking at my villagers like
I've
I
never
love
seen that guy.
every single one of you, and I will never let you go hungry.
So this
Why
guy,
does he? He looks like the guy above in the Dragon Ball Z picture from the Frieza Force.
What? No, Ray, that's not a villager. That's fucking. I forgot his name from Dragon Ball.
That's Uggo, the villager. Yeah.
Ray, that's one of the aliens that says
No,
Frieza. He's
Yeah,
not.
I know that. I'm saying he looks like.
Hello,
I'd Not like to move
into your island. Who the fuck are you? I'm from
Oh.
Lord Frieza's planet.
This is that retirement plan Lord Frieza was talking about.
Yeah, so barreled. People don't like him. They'd be like, "Yo, get off my island, Uggo." Somebody
Oh my
made
God.
a picture of this villager without a beard. That's how much they didn't like him.
Wait, that villager?
That villager, yeah. So like people just if they don't like a villager, they evict them, and it's only because they're ugly. You know?
And you
It's
gotta
like-
use Isabel to do it for you. She does your dirty work.
You can also use Tom Nook.
Well, that's
Tom
what
Nook
she's
is-
there for.
Tom Nook is the hitman of
The Hitman.
Animal
I love
Crossing.
that meme.
If you don't like it, yeah, you literally can go up to Tom Nook and he'll be like, "Oh, you wanted to lead a villager? Yes, I can take care of that." Goes in with a silenced pistol.
It's like that one TikTok I sent way back where it's like girlfriend playing Animal Crossing at 3 a.m. despite her 300k bell debt, and then in the background, suddenly a lightsaber lights up with Tom Nook's name on the person.
I saw that one.
I always
so
make sure that I don't upgrade unless I have the money to do it.
I upgrade. I pay off the debt periodically for the most part.
Yeah, you can do it little by little.
Part is what I meant to say, but this last one, because just today, after I sold off a bunch of cherries to at Lawrence's island, because for anyone who doesn't know, the native fruit of your island, you want to sell that on other people's islands. All the other 5 fruit you want to sell on your island to maximize profits and so on. And I had a huge stockpile of cherries because cherries is my native fruit. So I was like, I need to get rid of this. So I went to Lawrence's place and I got like 200,000 bells off of it. And I paid off the 348k home loan. So and I did that in like all in one go. I hadn't touched that loan at all. So I literally paid it off in one fell swoop, which felt nice.
You went to his Nook Crannies? Nook's Cranny?
Yeah.
And
you can sell at other people's Nooks Crannies.
Oh, and it's sold higher.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like turnips. If a friend has a higher turnip selling price, you should probably go sell at his Nooks Cranny.
Yeah, I for me, I haven't really taken.
Wow, look at this uggo squirrel with a unibrow.
Hey, she was my first villager in my first version in the first save of my game.
All right. She isn't too bad. The mouse
She's
below.
She's not barreled ugly.
I just got who did I
no,
get?
But
the mouse below her is ugly though.
What about the one mouse that resembles an? What about the one mouse that looks like Chuck E. Cheese?
That's a nigga.
He's awful.
It's not a woman.
That's Moose.
I got.
That's Moose?
No. The one that Ray was describing. That's Moose.
Is that
not Moose on the
Miranda
bottom?
Today?
Miranda, no, that's not him.
Animal Crossing.
Miranda Cosgrove in Animal Crossing.
Yes. She kind of looks like a Kylie Jenner or Kendall Jenner mixed with Donald Duck.
I kind of wish I had amiibo cards now so I could bring them into the game.
Dude, same. Now Nintendo is just like, oh, now you want the card, you fool. Haha.
Well, people should have expected that from the beginning.
Some of the more popular villagers, like Anka, is selling for like over $80 on eBay right now.
Yeah, I was thinking because I really wanted Lucky on my island, and turns out he's like $79 on eBay. I'm just like, are you serious?
Damn, this fan art.
Dude, I wanted to get into this earlier too, because like some of these fake ass Animal Crossing fans are some of the sleaziest fucking scammers on the face of the earth. There are people selling villagers and Nook Miles tickets and gold and shit on eBay and Etsy and Discord servers for ludicrously huge prices, like $500 or $1,000, or even like in some cases, like if you want to find a certain villager and add them to your village, the person will go out of their way to make sure they're evicted, so you can go to their island and then you can pick them up from there to recruit them to your own island. But then they're asking for like 1,500 Nook Miles tickets as a form of payment, and I'm like, bro, it's not even possible to like carry that much like on your person, let alone get all of them in one setting. So what's the point? Like, you may as well just take your chances finding them on an island.
I'll be honest, I love
this villager?
I love all the villagers I got. Like, I'm not like the kind of person that I'm just like, yo, I want that rare villager. So like my villagers, my first 2 were Deidre and Rolled. I love Rolled, alright, because he's just a sweetheart.
Yeah, I love my villagers too.
Deidre's really cool. And then after that, my favorite one that I got after that was this little. I got 2 really cute ones. One of them is Agent S, the like energetic squirrel that wants to be a pop star. It just like love her. She's great. She has such energy that I'm just like, I fuck with you. You're awesome. And then I got June, the like this like teddy bear looking ass like. She got like Mickey Mouse ears on and all that, and she's like, "Hi, Rainbow, how are you today?" Like she's like the sweetest. And then I got Sherb, who was the one that was sick today, and he's trying to spread a goddamn virus on my island.
Oh, yo, my villager was sick as well, but like I brought him medicine like immediately.
Yeah, I brought him medicine too. And then I forgot the last guy's name, but he's like this black and white gazelle. That I can't remember the name. I'll look him up, but he's like He's interesting. He when you walk into his cabana, it's like it's dark and spooky and with like
It's dark and scary.
there's like the music is like somebody screeching like I'm like
Creepy
I let
pasta
you
villager.
I'm just like I let you live on my island to take like Zell. His name is Zell. And he likes to take walks late at night. Which I guess says a lot about his character.
Yeah, it's funny, and I even checked Wikipedia to make sure about this, but every villager wakes up and goes to sleep at different times. Like, you can even expect to see some villagers up at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, this is
But eventually,
the guy
everyone, that guy, yeah, I've seen him around. But everyone does eventually, yeah, go to sleep. So,
Yeah.
like, when that happens, it's like, either you do something else in the game, or you go to bed yourself.
Yeah, that's kind of the way that I'm.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm up and then all I see is somebody that's shouldn't be awake at that time when I'm busy trying to farm for bells and fossils and shit. And I'm just like, why are you awake? The only people that should be awake right now are me, Tom Nook, and Blathers. No one else. Because every time
the essential workers.
Yeah, every time I walk into the residential services, one time out of two, Isabella's asleep.
I've seen them asleep too.
The other time she's doing random shit. She's reading a book, or she's
looking out the window,
dusting, or she's like watering a flower. But the other half of the times, she's asleep at her desk, and I'm just like, "Yo, it is 2 p.m. What you doing? What you doing? Come on!" And Blathers is always asleep in the daytime, so
yeah, which makes sense because he's an owl.
He's a night owl. Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
I didn't know your passport shows who's on your village. That's actually kind of
Yeah, I discovered that from some friends of mine. Like, if you open up the Switch app and you check out your passport, you can see all the villagers currently in your town. But if someone moves in, you actually have to you have to screenshot it again because it doesn't like you have to open up your game and then do that because it won't update automatically until you turn it on. I actually just got a new villager today, so this is actually outdated.
Yeah, I just got Miranda today, so it's
Yeah.
still outdated, but
I got Ribot today, who is basically one of the special villagers in that he is not technically an animal, but he's a robotic frog. And it's pretty cool because apparently, and I didn't even go to this person's island, but a friend of my sister who I have as a friend on my game, this character came from her island, like it moved out. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know characters that you didn't even invite can come from your friend's island, so that's interesting.
yeah. Can you get Rover
cool.
as a neighbor?
I'm not sure. I know that some of the special characters, I think Rover's one of those special characters, like Isabel and all that, where they're not technically villagers, but like they serve special purposes in the game.
Because they're old, kind of like they're like the OG.
Well, not necessarily, because like even in the original games, like they didn't technically live or act the same way as like a typical villager.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's in the game, so you'll see him at some point for some reason or another.
Oh, okay, good. Because I actually like him. He's cool. Him and
yeah, he's cool.
I'm wondering because I heard Rossetti's in this game too, but I don't know.
Is he? Because I haven't seen him yet.
I haven't seen him either, but I saw his friend, the cactus-looking one.
Oh, what's his? I know who you're talking about. It's the guy that
Builds
Mr. Nook calls in to build the bridge and all that.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but
yeah, I saw him like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you know what's funny is that you can build a bridge in this game, but you know, and your fellow villagers will put some money down for like to help you out. But like, let me just be honest, my villagers didn't put in shit. Like I gave them.
You're pretty much the hardest working villager by default on the island. And I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, the game expects the player to accomplish, like, a majority of the tasks. Like, you can't just leave it up to the computer. But at the same time, it's like, damn, everyone really just lives here and you're the only one who's working.
Yeah, seriously. And then
'Cause
one of my villagers
every
had
time,
the
like,
nerve.
Tom Nook is always like, "Oh, we thank everyone for like their richest contributions. Most of it was you."
Oh my god. And it's like this one of my villagers like last week tried to freaking leave because I was playing the game always late at night when she was already asleep. So my villager wasn't doing shit until late at night. And she's like, "Maybe this place isn't really for me." And I'm just like, "Bitch, I will kill
Bruh.
you." Like, are you serious? And then I had to convince her, "No, okay, you should stay." And she's like, "You're right. I want to become a pop star."
Yo.
And I'm like, "Excuse me? I ain't gonna do that shit for you." Yeah.
Yo, the thing is though is that it's funny because you mentioned her earlier. I have a villager who's similar on my island who also wants to become a pop star. Her name is Pango. If you see her right there on the little list of villagers, she's an anteater. Great character. Always love talking to her. Like the way she talks, like it always sounds like that she's full of herself, but in actuality, like she's just like a nice character who like means well to the player, and she always like comes up to you and she's like, "Oh, yo, how you doing? Like I'm so glad to see you and everything." And she gave me that because you know every so often it happens with all the villagers. They're like, "Oh, you know, I've been thinking about moving away from this island, but I don't know." And she was like, she dropped it the hardest though the other day, where she was like, "I'm thinking about leaving. It's not, you know, against anyone here. Like I like living here, but I'm thinking about, you know, seeing the world and trying to, you know, trying to work to become a star and all that." And I'm sad because I'm like, I don't want you to leave though. I actually like you. So I had to do some
power.
So I pressed the home menu and I did some research to see like what happens like if you say like, you know, certain things. So like these kinds of villagers, because everyone has like a different personality. So I don't know if like if you could say the wrong thing and then they're like, "Oh no, I'm leaving anyway."
Yeah.
So I took a chance and I said, please, you know, basically to please stay. And she was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna still work hard over here to become a star, but I'll still be here with you guys."
Yeah.
And
that's
then,
exactly what happened for me too with Agent S.
Yeah, and then the next day is like, "Whoa, Ray, you're trying to work to bring KK Slider here?" And then that gave me that feeling like, wow, good thing I kept you here because you would have never known.
Yeah, I'm just like, "You fucking bitch." It's like I'm trying, like now you're interested, huh? Okay. It's like I'm over here working my ass off late at night so that I can bring somebody here and so that I can make this island better, and you're out over here like, "I don't see you enough, so I'm thinking about leaving." Well, alright. If you want to leave, the door's right there. But like, I don't want you to leave, so yeah. Like,
Yo,
it's
I will
so
say
fun.
though, one of the best things about this game is the way you can interact with your villagers. Like in addition to talking to them every day, you have the option of gifting them something, and on rare occasions, they'll even gift you something right back.
All the time,
So it could be clothes or like, you know, furnishing or something that you could just put around the island. And it's honestly really cool because like, you know, that builds up the relationship between the player and the other villagers, and that ultimately helps in, you know, getting you more stuff to decorate the island and increase the star rating.
Yo, seriously,
So,
earlier
yeah.
today, Zell approached me while I was on the beach, and he was like, "Hey, dude, I was thinking about you, so here's a mountain bike."
Bro, like, when does that happen in real life? I'm like, thanks, man.
It doesn't happen. And so I'm
dude,
sitting here like,
one of my villagers, Bam, gave me a freaking like telephone pole wire thing.
Oh yeah,
to
me
put
too.
it like a whole one, and I'm like, bro, how do you put this in your pocket? Where do I put this on the island?
I mean, honestly,
eventually I had to workshop it, but I found a place for it behind Nook's Cranny because I felt like that was the most appropriate place for it.
I put mine's behind the resident services.
Mine was there behind resident services too originally, but it looked a little out of place, and like it took up some space when you move behind it. So I'm like, all right, let me move it over here because Pango gave me a retro gas pump, and I had like, and when it rained one time, I caught a bunch of tires while I was fishing, so I turned that into some do it yourself, you know, kind of furnishings. Yeah, so So I took that and I took the gas pump and the telephone pole and I put it around Nook's Cranny and I made it look like a makeshift 7-Eleven gas station.
Yeah.
So
There
I'm
was
like,
actually.
this is it.
It's funny that you bring that up because right now in game in Animal Crossing, there are like everyone who bought the game when it first came out they're experiencing their first economic panic. And I say that without it's trying to be as serious as possible, but the game came out about a month ago at this point, right? So
It came out at the absolute best time.
yeah, so it came out a month ago ish. And so, after 30 days of being on the island, there is another Nook's Cranny upgrade that comes.
Yeah.
And here's the problem with that is that this week it's coming for all the people that bought the game like within the first week that it came out. And for those people, they bought turnips last Sunday. And everyone knows that there's a midweek spike in turnips in the turnip price. So it just so happens that for a lot of these people where they're having like a midweek spike in their turnip prices is the same exact day that Nook's Cranny is closed due to renovations.
Rip.
And every single person is like, oh my god, I can't believe that Animal Crossing is having its first economic panic. And I'm like, what?
What did I miss?
So
we're talking. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so pretty much the Animal Crossing world is having an economic panic right now for the people that bought the game within the first week. Because after 30 days of having the game and having already established Nook's Cranny, Nook's Cranny goes for another renovation upgrade. And it just so happens that for a lot of people, that is happening at this moment, like today or tomorrow. And a lot of them bought turnips last Sunday, which means that if they were expecting a midweek spike for the turnip prices, they will not be able to sell them on their island this week because their Nook's Cranny is closed due to renovations. So it was kind of funny just because like I was scrolling through my Twitter and then all of a sudden I see this article that says Animal Crossing is experiencing its first economic crisis. And I'm like, excuse me? What? This is news? But it was funny the way things were out. But there were actually a lot of people who were very upset about it, apparently. They're like, are you serious? Now I have to rely on my people? On other people who probably won't have good prices in their turnips. I was on an uphill, like they were like going crazy. It was kind of funny. Personally, when it comes to my villagers, I don't think I'm going to be evicting anybody because I love villagers as is. They're all kind of interesting in their own way.
I absolutely agree. Like as much as we rag on the ugly villagers earlier, for the most part, there pretty much is a villager for everybody who picks up the game.
Yeah, and I mean, if any of the villagers that are considered the ugly ass villagers came onto my
I like
island,
that there's just a subcategory now called ugly ass villagers. Is that on the wiki? Is that on like the Animal Crossing wiki, like ugly ass villagers?
Yes.
That's probably gonna be super unprofessional.
Hey, you know what? I will accept them. Okay. I will accept them.
They are people.
They are people. In fact.
It's a video game character. Relax. Jeez.
Take it easy. It's just a drawing.
Like, seriously, this is why I'm like, alright, y'all need to chill with this whole, like, wow, look at these assholes, like, complaining about landlords, and then they play Animal Crossing evicting, like, ugly villagers. I'm like, bro, you're comparing real life to a video game. Like,
yo, get out of here,
calm down.
Ugly.
No one cares.
Imagine building a fence around someone in real life.
Yeah, it's like I told this to Ray, no one cared whenever people would kill off Sims characters when they played Sims. So I don't see the difference here.
Oh my god.
So it's like, come on.
It's like, hey, guess what? you're a sim, right? I'm gonna push you off the bridge now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's so funny because like You're talking about Sims. My sister got back into it recently because of the quarantine, and
Yeah, I remember
she
you
was looking
mentioning
up.
this.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the chat. She was looking for a tutorial on how to kill like Sim characters,
How to
and
kill my family
the
in Sims.
one of the tutorials we found, like the commentator was just like, so she was trying to kill one of the Sims with like a rotting sandwich
Oh
basically,
my god.
and she set it up in a way where like this couple would sit down and have dinner, and then the male one would eat the rotting sandwich, and then he would die from it. And then the person commentating is like, "Come on, hurry up and eat the sandwich and die already! No, come on, why are you still talking to them? Stop having this conversation. You need to die."
What
And
if
I'm like,
like
this
the
this feels
walls and
so out of
ceiling?
context.
What if like the walls and ceiling of Ray's apartment was like not that great, so people could hear them? So like the people one floor above them are like, are they killing someone there?
What the fuck is going on?
I'm gonna kill you.
No,
I
and
mean,
a lot of
the
one of
movies
my
we play
friends.
over here get pretty loud, so I'd be surprised that we haven't
God,
gotten
just
any
drop
like,
dead already.
One of my friends actually is like is doing a whole like Sims thing right now and like getting really right back into it. And I'm just like sitting here like, wow, that's interesting. And then she was like, you see, this is Animal Crossing but real people. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
I mean, the Sims are like not even like the realist kind of representation of humanity either, so
They're as close as you can get. But yeah, no, I think I've actually never really played as much Sims as I really would have liked to
I
in
used
my
to play
life.
a decent amount of it.
I think I had it for the PSP, and that was the only time that I ever. I didn't even really play it all that much either. I think I had
The
it.
PC
That's
version
it.
is the best version, if only for the fact that you can debug the game and just,
Go
basically
crazy.
go into sandbox mode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always really liked like sandbox games. Like
Same.
I'm never creative with it. I kind of just go wild with my imagination, but then I see all these other, like all these other creations, shit like that. I'm just like, you know what? I like my thing. It just, thank you. Like,
Sims is basically like Rollercoaster Tycoon, but like with an actual
yeah,
like city.
yeah. I was just about to bring that up actually. That like I do that a lot with especially with Rollercoaster Tycoon. Like I used to do that a lot. That I would like go and see other people's parks, and they were just like all really awesome and stuff like that. And there was one time where like I built a Pokemon park, called it Poke Park, and I built
Yeah.
roller coasters pretty much
Predating the Wii
centered.
game.
Yeah, and it was all the roller coasters were like legendary Pokemon based. Like there was a Darkrai coaster, and this was around the time Platinum was really, the Platinum was the last game that came out, and everything was really big. And my
Commemorating
computer
those
was
legendaries.
exactly my computer was like shitting itself pretty much after I had built so many coasters there, and it was just like no one could really understand. Like it just was not even like functioning properly because of how many coasters there were. But I built a really nice park. I'll be honest, I really enjoyed it. And some rides didn't get as performance based as others. Like there was one ride, it was a wooden roller coaster that I based off of Ho-Oh, and that was a really fun one to do. But eventually got lost. I actually don't have that file anymore, which sucks because it probably run nicely on my computer now. But regardless, I mean, it's kind of just something in the past. But I really liked my park, and I would always, watch a bunch of YouTube videos about Roller Coaster Tycoon, and just like see other people's parks and how creative they got. And I was like, how do I do that? And then I just kind of never happened. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna remain my own creativity and just enjoy myself right now. And I did. It was a good time for me, for a long time. So it's actually why I picked up Planet Coaster recently. Like I would say a couple months ago. Sorry,
Planet Coaster.
couple years ago. And they came out with a lot of because it's from the same exact people that made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Frontier. Because I think when Roller Coaster Tycoon 4 came out, it was kind of like below par. No one really liked it as much. But then Planet Coaster came out and did all the things that everyone wanted in a Rollercoaster Tycoon correctly with the same developer from Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. And I played as much of it as I could by then. It was just like my creativity had pretty, the building system was much more, it was kind of on the same level, but at the same time it was just a little more complex, which is good for a lot of reasons. It's good because like now you can really like put a lot more thought into the way your coaster is designed. But then again, it also can be a little discouraging for people who are kind of doing it for the first time with a new system. They're just like, oh, I don't make this work. And then they spend 3 hours building a coaster that doesn't work. So, there are its pros and cons. I didn't really get into Planet Coaster as much as I did with Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, but I will forever love Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. It's my favorite Tycoon roller coaster game. But yes, that was my entire quick retrospective Rollercoaster Tycoon.
It was fun back in its prime.
Yeah, when a long time ago, I actually bought. I think I still have Coaster 1, Tycoon 1, and Rollercoaster Tycoon 2.
Hello again.
And I remember like trying to play them, and I'm just like, this really isn't as fun as Rollercoaster Tycoon. But it's like one of those like, old sandbox games. Of course, you can't actually simulate the game that, in Rollercoaster Tycoon 1 and 2. But it was fun in its own nature. I didn't get into it as much as I would have wanted to, but I enjoyed it for what it was at the end of the day. Yeah.
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of really good things kind of just hanging around. Thrillville was also a really good one, too. I enjoyed that.
I remember the existence of Thrillville.
Yeah, I had it for PSP, and I had it for PS2. I had Thrillville, and then I had Thrillville for PSP. I enjoyed that because it was like kooky and crazy, and it was also by the same people who made Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. It was Frontier also that did those games, so it was like really fun to play. You could form relationships with Park. It was really interesting. Like you can actually like hit on girls and stuff like that in the park and go on dates with them, and it was it like in some weird ways it's like you could romance a person in the park. It was really fun. But yeah, I didn't get so like hard into that one. That one was just fun for me to reminisce what Rollercoaster Tycoon 3 was like. But yeah. Sorry, I just like I feel very nostalgic about that game.
It's cool. If you feel nostalgic about something, then you have every right to just say like what your experience was with it. Because I mean, is that not what we're all pretty much doing like with the time we have right now? So
of course, and hopefully one day I'll get back in.
Yeah.
For now we will that is that. I'll live in my memories. But so getting back on track here. So what other games have we all been playing?
Besides Animal Crossing, is Isaac still there? By the way,
he is. We're back at step 4.5. Everything.
Okay, so we bounce back. Okay. Yeah, I myself had to step away twice, but I should be fine now. But I mean, I guess I don't know if I talked enough about my progress on my island, but basically for me, I'm working on getting KK to come visit my island. I'm told that like essentially that's the end of the quote unquote story mode of Animal Crossing. Like you get credits at that point, but obviously you keep playing because you can like build
after
up
that
your...
you basically unlock more versatility with editing your island and everything. But getting KK to the island is the main goal of the game, and the credits roll when he comes.
Wow.
The goal is basically you need to get at least a 3-star island, and then afterwards you can just keep working to get that to 5 stars.
Am I the only one that thinks that the plaques that we get from the Happy Home
The
Academy
Happy Home.
make me feel really good?
Well, yeah, you're basically keeping your home organized and good looking. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I think. I'm just like, wow, I'm actually doing a good job.
Frank. That's cool.
But yeah, Eric, what else?
So yeah, I'm working on getting KK to my island. I made the campsite, and I got a frog named Henry, which I thought was funny. So he just moved into my island.
Hey guys.
I'm besides that, I mean, every day when I log in, I do sort of like the usual things. I talk to all my villagers because there's like a 1 Nook Mile achievement that wants you to like talk to them at least once every day.
Yeah.
So I always make sure to do that. I check in on that like resident services kiosk thing for the daily miles. And then I just go around my island collecting stuff, and maybe if there's some extra stuff, like maybe a special things going on, like there's a ceremony, partake in the ceremony and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, as it stands, I guess I'm almost done with the story because I'm at the point where I just need to like raise my island's star rating to 3 to get him to visit, because mine is at 1. Isabel's like, wow, our island sucks. Like, oh, okay.
Currently,
cool.
We're at a 1-star
I
island.
thought it looked fine, but okay. Jeez.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I'm like, wow, I think my island looks great. You
I'll
She's
be honest.
polite about it too.
I know, right? She's a sweetheart. She's great, but like
hey,
I visited.
Don't get mad, but we're 1 star right now.
I visited a friend of mine who's been playing the game since it came out, and his island looks awesome right now. And I was like,
yeah,
my island definitely doesn't look like. Well, go ahead.
That meme where like everyone else's islands looks like fucking Disneyland, but then you look at your island and it's a fucking pile of trash.
Yeah, like I told this to Lawrence. I'm like, man, every time I see my friends' islands, I feel so bad because on my island, I'm getting excited when I put up like a clock in my room, and then I look at my friend's island. They're like, yeah, I just recreated the entire Roman Empire of the like 18th century. It's like, oh, okay,
dude. Someone created the fucking Johto region on their island, using the original gold and silver crystal graphics.
Hold on, wait, Eric, I need to show you this. Hold on, I sent it to.
Someone also made the Link to the Past map as well.
But it was ridiculous. Oh my god, this person.
The stuff people are doing is insane.
This person really put in a lot of work onto. They made this Pokemon map. I mean, is fucking like ridiculous. Please keep going while we're waiting.
But yeah, like I thought my island looked fine for someone who hasn't even been able to do things like put down roads. So it's like, okay. I mean, I guess I'll start improving it by buying some stuff from like the Nook Miles thing, because I have like 30K saved up, so I can start putting up signs and everything. And planting more flowers, so I guess I'll do that soon. I should also make another bridge, because I only have 1, and I should make at least 1 or 2 more, I think. But
definitely make another bridge, yeah.
But yeah, Animal Crossing is going okay for me. I like that it's a game that I can just pick up and play for like an hour at most in one day and just call it there, honestly. Which is what I need right now, because I'm getting down to the wire, and I have like less than a month left in my semester, so things are really hectic and I don't have that much free time to like play other things, which is why I haven't really played Final Fantasy VII Remake, sadly. I played like the first 2 chapters and I love it so far. I think it's great. I think it's exactly what I wanted, because I've always said this in the past. I don't want remakes to just basically try and capture the same magic the original was able to years ago, because it's just not going to happen. I like remakes that do try to be its own thing, really. Which is why I really like the Resident Evil 2 remake from 2019. Because when that came out, it's not like the original became obsolete. The original is still worth playing, in my opinion. Especially because the original had, the classic Resident Evil style with like pre-rendered graphics and all that, tank controls and such. And then the remake had more of like a Resident Evil 4 approach with its mechanics, with like over the shoulder and all that. And it's sort of like it's the same thing here. Like the original Final Fantasy VII, I would honestly say is still worth playing. along with this remake. In fact, I'd say you should play the original first. And to be honest, it won't take you long. Like, there's this meme that, like, RPGs take like 100 hours all the time, and that's not really true. I mean, some of them are really long. Like
I'm gonna
Persona
be stuck
5
here forever.
like Persona 5, I think I spent like 100 hours in the first playthrough. But like, there's plenty of RPGs that are only like around 40 to 50, maybe 60 hours, which I think is just fine for an RPG. Hell, I'd say that's like ideal length for an RPG. So you definitely have time to play the original and then play the remake. And that's the way I would recommend. I'm not doing it because I played it years ago already when I was a kid. But just for people who are new, in case they're
Now's a great
interested.
time. Now's a great time too, because Final Fantasy VII, the original, is on Nintendo Switch. So if you don't have time to play it at home, you can take it with you on the go and just play it that way. And then when you're ready for the remake, just download it on PS4.
You take it to the toilet. Fuck
Okay.
you, Club.
All right, great. We're done with step 4B again.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Oh,
You're gonna make Isaac leave. You see? He left again.
He left again?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left again. Look.
Oh god, okay. But besides Animal Crossing,
Bitch.
I've been playing Fate Go every day. Just using up my AP or playing the event if there's an event going on. Just recently, the Journey to the West event just ended, and I thankfully managed to finish up everything I wanted to do in it. And the next event, which is a crossover event with Apocrypha, is starting tomorrow, so I'm excited for that, especially because there's a new welfare servant that'll come with it. And I literally only have like 10 servants left to level, so I need more people to like level at this point. Especially since
more people.
Especially since the next banner I'm rolling on is, I think, the Extella Link, Scatty, and Summer banners. So what I'm saying makes no sense to anyone who doesn't play the game. I'm like, what are these names? But yeah.
Can we talk about real quick? Can we talk about how Ray sounded like he was a vampire trying to drink people's blood? I need more people.
But what is a man but a miserable pile of secrets?
Dio Brando. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Zawarudo.
I actually agree with you, Eric, that Animal Crossing
About what?
is like is that like perfect game that's like you can kind of just pick up for like an hour. You could choose to play for as long as you want. But
Yeah.
you really all your tasks for the day can be done in an hour.
In like an hour. That's the most I've been spending on my island. Because
Yeah.
I don't really feel like making my island, the Mesopotamian Empire, like a lot of my
Same.
friends, just yet, until I have all the resources available to me.
New Dog City.
Yeah, look, bro, some of my friends' islands look insane. So
On
I'm
a
like,
quest
wow.
to get those 3 stars. I'm gonna get KK Slider. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yeah, I would like.
I'm gonna say I log on for maybe like an hour or two, but sometimes I really get into just chopping trees, and then it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, I chop trees the whole day.
It'd be like
What am
that.
I doing with my life?
Yeah,
Well,
like
Honestly,
that's
Eric,
which is fine because like everyone's stuck inside their houses now, but still,
yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Eric,
this game. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You're gonna say no. You could go on.
Just that Animal Crossing is really addictive. I could be chopping trees, and then it's like, from when I start playing, and then 2 hours go by, and I'm like, wow, what did I do? Oh, I chopped my trees. I checked turnip prices. I talked to this villager. I evicted Beardo.
Beardo the Magnificent.
Beardo the Magnificent. The Babe.
The Babe Magnet.
Pussy Slayer.
God.
Jesus
Pussy Slayer
Christ.
Beardo. But I keep picking on Beardo, man.
Oh my God.
Beardo is still better than who the hell that rat at the end that I posted, but no,
Hey,
yeah,
I think she looks
it's really
cute.
addictive.
Okay.
It's easy to get into, and I'm gonna say this too because I was in the chat when I heard Ray talking about KK Slider, like that being the goal of the game. That's the goal of the game, but it's not beating the game. I know you didn't say that. I'm just saying, like you don't because after that, it's not post game. After that, there's game. Like you still have to play the game. Just because KK Slider came to your town doesn't mean you beat it.
Obviously, he's
Where
like,
some people-
no, I'm done.
No, yeah. All right. I don't want to
Done.
play with this
I
anymore.
I got KK. That's it. Game's over. I beat it.
You can't play the game anymore.
Yeah, and
Just Andy from Toy Story. I don't want to play with
especially
you.
now that you have to once a day so that you can put it in the museum. Like that adds a whole other layer of shit to this game because you only get to buy once a day. You only get to buy once a day, and there's a chance that the art that you bought is fake.
Damn, that's a thing.
I honestly love that though. I think that's a really cool touch that they added.
It's a fake.
But like it does,
He's
like,
a cheat and a swindler.
It does extend that playtime a little, which is good. I think I've got most of the fossils at this point. I've got a good amount of all the like critters that you can
Dude, the
catch.
museum is so fucking cool. Like
Yeah,
it's literally
I
the
love it.
size of a
It was
real
so nice.
real life museum. Like I knew going in, like, you know, oh yeah, it's gonna be cool collecting all these fossils and putting all these fish on display and all that. I did not expect it to resemble a realistic museum.
Yeah.
And just the scope of it inside is like completely deceptive to what you see in the neighborhood. Like it's
Finish
huge in
collecting
there.
all these fossils or you're fired. I like the museum too. It's
Fired.
fired. I need some.
Fired.
I need to collect. I need to complete mine. But yeah, the museum is nice.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
museum
earlier,
is
yeah.
cool. If I
I
had
was gonna-
a few complaints, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say just before you go on, Eric, it's cool that you've been able to catch up with us despite only getting the game like basically like last week, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think I've had it for 2 weeks now, but I'm surprised I'm basically up to the same point as you guys because I
Yeah.
thought I would like you guys would be like, I just erected a new building in my island.
Yo,
How about
I
you, good
love-
sir? It's like, well, I made a mud hut. So how does that work?
I love how this is no. I'm not like it's not a cheap shot at you, Ray, or like any of you guys. But I love how I got the game first, right? And I'm like, you guys got to get it. And all
Oh
you
my
guys,
God.
like, I forgot who said exactly. Eric said, yeah, I'll get it. And Lawrence and Ray are like, yeah, we'll get it too soon if like when everyone else gets it. Then suddenly Ray posts a pic on Twitter of his house. I'm like, Ray, you have a house? I didn't know you got the game. I'm like, oh, and Ray's like, it's for my friends to come through. I'm like, all right, cool, I can't wait. And then I'm at Lawrence's place. I'm like, did you go to Ray's house? No, I haven't been to Ray's house. How's it like, asshole? then
Yeah, no,
now, like,
seriously.
I had
He
to
came-
stop.
He comes over to my island. He's like, he's grabbing stuff or whatever, and I'm showing him
Oh,
around.
hold on.
I tell him, I'm like, Lawrence, did you know Ray has a house in Animal Crossing?
And I'm like,
already?
yeah, he
He's
showed
like,
me
yeah.
yesterday.
I was there.
Can you-
And I'm like, you were there, huh? Fucking
Can
bitch.
you guys repeat what you said? Because
Yeah,
my
Lawrence got
call
it.
cut out for you guys.
No problem. So I was just saying how I got the game first, right? And I
right.
because I picked it up on release, and I told you guys to get it. And I know, like, you guys did say you're gonna get it. You said like eventually, you know, coronavirus happened and shit was happening. But when you guys did get it, the way I found out was just hilarious, right? Because I'm playing the game and I'm telling Eric and Lawrence and Ray to get it, and then I just see Ray like post his house on Twitter, and I'm like, Ray got the game? What? You built a house? What? You what? And then I go to Lawrence.
It slipped my mind to tell you.
I'm at Lawrence's island. Like, I forgot what we were doing. I was just picking stuff up. Or he went to my island. I think it was you came to mine because you needed something. Yeah, you came to my island because you wanted to mine the rocks, and you had just got it like the day before. And I'm like, Lawrence, did you know Ray got the game? And he's like, yeah, he has a house. I was just there. I'm like, you what? You just got the game less than 2 days, you faggot. Suddenly you visited my friend and my other friend in Animal Crossing.
Rubber bath toy.
Rubber battle. Turnips. And then Eric gets the game, and he fucking solo grinds the whole way through.
Solo.
I just got
Solo
Isabel.
grinds. I just
My
played
brother-
the game for like an hour a day.
He solo grinded past me, and I'm like, I just got Isabel. My brother's
Yeah,
been
like
playing
I
Fortnite.
was shocked when, cause I got Isabel a few days ago. So when Isaac was like, "How do you get the campsite?" I was like, "You don't have the campsite yet," and he's like, "No, I just got
Yeah.
Isabel." And I'm
I
like,
just-
"Oh."
Eric,
I just got it.
I
just got it.
absolutely, absolutely agree because I thought like and obviously no disrespect, likewise Isaac,
it's
but
fine.
like
I was ahead of him,
because
and then
I thought we were all playing around like the same kind of time, same kind of like playtime per day as well.
to be
And
honest, like
I thought like we would all be at a general kind of spot. Like, in fact, I'm wondering how to progress the game at certain points. So like I'm thinking, am I being too slow or like am I just not knowing what I'm doing? And then
I think
I'm
honestly
making
there
progress,
is no
and then
best.
you guys are like, "Whoa, you're already at this point, bro."
so there's no the only progression in the game is plants and like buildings. That's it.
Right.
Because the only difference between different people who like started the game, even when I got the game on release, right? There were people who in 2 days they already had the resource center. They already had house upgrades. Not in less than 2 days. 2 days at max. They had the resource center and the fucking and a house upgrade, which you have to wait at least
Either they're like a
3 to
master Animal Crossing expert, or they fucking time traveled.
No, they just time traveled. That's it.
Yeah.
They just time traveled because you have to wait a day after you get each
A
upgrade.
day, yeah.
So 2 days later, not even at like Friday, Animal Crossing comes out, March 20th. Saturday, people were posting pics of their house upgrades. Sunday, they have the resource center. And then next week, they have KK Slider. Oh, I beat the game. I'm done, guys. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
I'm out. Wrap up the podcast.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I'm running for president. I beat Animal Crossing. No.
Thank you. If you guys want Raymond, 1,500 nuke tickets, please.
If you want to come to my island to sell turnips, $500.
Did you know people are fucking like
selling their island prices, their turnip prices on their islands?
Yeah, like to enter the island like general admission. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's the subreddit turnip scene, but yeah. So that like the only progression in the game is like how many plants and houses you have. So that's why I was like when you said you're not sure how to keep track of progression, because you do things and then something gets built and you're like, oh shit, I actually have like bridges on my island now, and I have the resource center. When Eric got the resource center, I was like, Jesus Christ, Eric. How?
I mean, I'm not farming or something if that's what you think, or grinding.
No,
I'm literally just playing it like every day. That's it.
I was just like, I was shitting around with that because I know like you don't really grind. You just like you get past a certain point and you have this house. I didn't have that yet because like when you already had the resource center, I was really one step behind. So now I have it, and now I'm getting the campsite. But that's where I'm at right now since I have Isabel. I'm trying to, now that I'm happy that I'm at this point, right? Because everybody has villagers in their island, so I can just go hunt for a villager that I want now.
Hunt.
Yeah, that's what like Ray's hunting for Ray.
I'm hunting for Lucky. If anyone ever gets Lucky, let me know.
He's hunting for the Starbucks cat. I'm hunting for.
I mean, how can I not get Raymond though? Because like they literally made me into a character, and cats are also my favorite house pets.
He's like, he literally made me into guys.
Dude, fucking for real. Like Raymond in the game is like, if you go to his house, he has like tech shit everywhere. Like if you look at his computer in the game, he's on Discord, motherfucker. Like they actually put Discord into Animal Crossing.
Oh my god.
Wait, who did?
The
Animal
game,
Crossing.
like if you look at one of the computer screens at like one point, like you can see the Discord interface on there.
Does it show Discord's logo or it just looks like the UI?
Not the logo, but like the UI, but like simplified.
Oh, so you could just assume he's on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like Discord. I'm gonna look for the picture, but yeah.
Imagine I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, oh my god, Raymond's on my island.
If you guys actually do find him, like, just please let get him and then just evict him from your island and then, like, just that's literally how you do it. Like, you laugh about it, but that's actually what people are doing. Like, you have to get him and then
evict you from your hut.
you have to wait until like they're in boxes and then you go to the other person's island to basically convince them to come to your island.
Hey, come over.
Wait,
You
so
got evicted? wait, no, I'm thinking of the Squidward Tentacles episode.
Whoa, where he gets evicted?
Now he gets evicted when he wants to move to Tentacle Acres.
Oh yeah.
Tentacle Acres.
Tentacle
yeah.
Acres, where happiness is just
I
a
hate
second
this
cup
channel.
away.
No,
Yo,
wait.
that episode was basically Animal Crossing in SpongeBob. Like Tom Nook is on the
that's
commercial.
why I'm mentioning it. It is.
Yeah.
Squidward moves to another island.
Squidward moves to the village.
I hate this chat. Wait,
Are you Raymond now? That's okay.
come
dude.
to Raymond.
That's okay, take your time.
Wait,
Raymond
so-
Acres.
So
Yeah,
the
but-
way that
wait. So you're
it
saying
works-
that if you want Raymond, for that to happen, somebody has to evict him?
Like any villager in the game that people want, like that's basically how you do it. You have to first you have to find them, obviously, which considering there's over 300 villagers in the game was probably like a really long, gruesome, annoying task. You do that. You make sure you have space and a plot of land for them to move into, obviously, or like an
You can
available
also
house.
use a Nook Miles ticket to find him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's either that or like by just random chance they show up at your
'cause
campsite.
You said, because it sounded like you said you have to find them on other players' islands.
Well, no.
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 Um,
Well, you can't you also use amiibos for many as well?
Well,
Yeah.
you can. The thing is that Raymond is a new character and doesn't have an amiibo.
Oh, okay. That's
No,
how
yeah.
they get you.
But also
Yeah, all the other
amiibos-
Animal Crossing
It's
amiibos.
like,
they're
it's like a
past
gotcha game at
characters.
that point. It's like, oh
That's what
man,
I was gonna
you
say
need
earlier,
that
like,
you need that 5-star servant, bro.
Basically, with the Nook
Pay up.
Miles tickets, like if you're using them for the sole purpose of trying to find the one villager you want, it really is just a gotcha game at that point because there's hundreds of villagers in the game.
I've
Yeah,
rolled
it's hard-
80
it's gonna be
tickets and
hard
I
to
haven't
find
gotten them yet.
with the Nook Miles, but I guess
That's
it's
why people are
easier-
selling them.
It's easier to find them, but the reason why I'm asking that is because if someone has them but they want them, like, how do you get them then? Because you have to
You have
tell
to-
that person to evict them.
Kill them
Yeah,
and then steal them.
But you're stealing their carcass.
Whoa!
Whoa!
I
Eric,
thought this game was
please.
E-rated, guys.
Didn't you know? That's actually the final boss.
The final,
Oh my gosh.
the final boss is
But
a
yo,
murderer.
like that is basically what you have to do. Like you have to the other player has to bring them to their island. There needs to be space available for them to move in. Then they need to do whatever, like time travel, ignore them, or like, just do whatever to make it be like, oh, I'm thinking about moving away from this island. You tell them, yeah, move away, like, great having you. And then you have to wait the
Fuck
next
off.
day when you have to wait the next day when their apartment or their house is in boxes. And then that's when you tell the other player who wants them to come to your island via Wi-Fi. Talk to that character while they're still in boxes before they move away and go into the void to convince them
deleted.
to come to basically convince them to come to the island, and then the next day in that player's game they'll appear on the island. And it's funny too because if that player who got them in the first place goes to that player's island, the villager will actually remember them.
Oh my god.
From what I found out.
Wait,
That
wait,
player-
can you repeat that? What
Yeah,
happens?
say that again.
So
Oh,
And,
if you see him
Yeah.
again on somebody else's island, be like, oh, I remember you.
yeah, like if it's like the
This
exact
bitch.
same villager
Piece of shit.
and you go to that person's island,
Pendejo.
they'll remember who you are. Yo, by the way, did you guys know this is a slightly different topic? Did you guys know the villagers are fucking dicks in the previous game? Like they
Hell
say,
yeah,
like
in
they
Animal
say the
Crossing,
meanest fucking shit sometimes. Like
Yeah,
Google this
bro.
shit.
Yo, they are
In this
savage
game, they
in
toned
Animal
it the fuck
Crossing.
down, and thank God. But holy shit, it was savage back then.
Yo,
Like
in
one
the
of the characters,
first
like
game,
I hope you fucking
all
go to
they
jail.
did-
They didn't say fucking, but
All they did was talk
Wait,
spicy.
really?
Google it.
How come you tell? Yeah, yeah, you're supposed to buy these from the general shop at Tom Nook's. Loser.
Oh my god, really? Asshole villagers, Animal Crossing.
From the GameCube. All of them are assholes, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
Some
god.
even
But,
some
like-
even get super aggressive on the 3DS version on New Leaf if you fail to do certain tasks for them. You're like,
Okay, Matt.
bro, what the fuck is wrong with
But
you?
also, New Leaf and Animal Crossing on the Wii, City Folk, had some really awesome. Sometimes the villagers would tell you like life advice, or really, if they're really related to, like if you were like really friendly with one villager, they just say really like great advice or stuff, which is also really popular in the games.
Oh
Just
my
like very
god!
like really assuring things, like mentally positive.
Yeah.
It was dope. But Ray, just what you said, like villagers can remember you if they leave your island and go to somebody else's. So imagine, right? They'd be like, "Hey,
You better hope they have something nice to say.
Oh my god! I'm
Oh,
just like
it's
staring.
you.
What the fuck?
What's up, Joe? Slam dunk mama huevo."
Oh,
Yo, that's another thing too. Like, I don't know what triggers it, but from what I've seen from my friends' games, there's a point where you can give certain villagers like unique catchphrases. So you can make them say something like "poggers" or whatever. It's like, "Yo, what's up, dude? Pog."
Pog.
So like,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
in
every
theory,
villager
you
has
can
a
actually get someone to say "slam dunk." What's up?
Slam dunk mama huevo.
Harambe.
Jesus Christ.
oh my god! This is
Harambe.
horrible.
What's
What
up,
the
buddy?
hell?
Yeah, you're looking at it now, right? The asshole villagers.
They're all like crap.
Jesus.
They're like oh,
Fuck
that
these
design's for
guys.
females, but I suppose it looks quite nice on you. What? Maybe I be getting.
I like that. I like that they're kind of dickish sometimes.
This is so funny. It's like one of them is like, let's see. I suddenly want to put my hands in the air and maybe wave as if I didn't
I thought
care.
that was gonna go somewhere else. Oh boy. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for saying in the air.
I want to put my hands in. And
Did
the
Isaac
other
leave
one
again?
is seeing
No, I'm
your
sorry.
face. Well, let's just say I'm ready to
Oh,
start.
it was Ray must have disconnected. 'Cause he's not
Seeing
here.
your face. Well, let's just say I'm ready to start a new day. Another one. Do you ever watch zombie movies, baby? Because you look like you're starring in one right now. I'm just about to explode, and trust me, you don't want to be anywhere near me. Again with the schoolgirl outfit? Are we trying to relive glory days, senpai? What? Fuck. And this one octopus is like, I don't want to see you right now. You need to think about what you did for a while. Jesus. Why are these villagers so goddamn like aggressive? I mean, it's funny. It's funny as all hell, but like it's funny that they're all aggressive. But yeah, I think something that really is just really funny is that some of these villagers, they're passionate. I don't get it. They're just like some of them are just like, what? Why would you leave me? Did I lose everybody? I think I lost everyone. But it's okay.
No, Ray's phone died. Are you?
The show must go on as always. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. Here's some elevator music for you to listen to while we wait. We apologize for technical difficulties. Alright, welcome back everybody. We had some technical difficulties, as you know, but we are back on track right now. Unfortunately, we have reverted back to step 4B. We have officially lost Isaac, and I think we have lost him for the rest of the night.
Possibly, if he doesn't come in before the show ends, but
right. But I have zero.
Are we ending soon?
well, not soon, but like we still have a few more things to go through before then. But I think besides that, but yeah, just to clarify, just real quick, Discord crashed on all of us, and we all came on. We were all coming in on like different devices, so we're pretty sure it was a Discord outage problem that happened for like a few minutes, and not just something that just sort of happened to all of us at the same time. But thank you though, Lawrence, for keeping the show going. And as we try to figure out what the hell was going on with us. Funny thing is, as Isaac said, my phone did die at the same time, so I was wondering, was it just me, or like was was literally happening to everyone. Turns out Discord crashed at the same time that my phone died. Who would have thought, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
But we're pretty much done with Animal Crossing, unless you guys have any like final thoughts on that.
Nah, I think I'm good. I said all I needed to say about what I was playing. I want to play Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I think I'm gonna have to save it until after the semester ends for me at this point, honestly. Because with my schedule as it is right now, I basically only have time for short burst games like Animal Crossing and Fate Go on my phone.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, I definitely want to finish before all of this, as I told you guys last 3 weeks ago. I definitely wanted to finish playing 999. I wanted to playing ZTD, but my
It got stuck in your
phone
3DS.
my 3DS decided to shit itself. And so I said, yeah, that's great. So I guess I'm just gonna have to get into Okami for the rest of the time and play Animal Crossing. And then I tried playing Okami, and then the dreaded Joy-Con drift was so unbearable. I was literally falling off ledges and everything. It was so bad. And it happens too in Animal Crossing, which is really annoying, especially when you're trying to like align yourself properly to catch that one fish. It is so annoying. So that's where I am right now. But I will say this, the only good news about this entire quarantine period is that it has given me a lot of time to appreciate video games. Because truth be told, like as I was getting my life sorted out together, I took a step away from video games to try and focus my energy towards, school and work and everything. And then now it's just like, I have a lot more time to devote to that. I just finished the semester, and so a lot of time goes towards like playing a couple hours of Animal Crossing, watching some shows I didn't get a chance to watch. A lot of shows and a lot of things on the backlog are getting off the backlog, which is nice. And so over the course of the next few weeks, few months, a lot more time to be devoted to a lot of other things. And so once I get myself another left Joy-Con, we'll be right back on track to play some of the games that I really want to play much more efficiently. But yeah. Right.
Yeah.
My final thoughts on Animal Crossing. Fun game. I've like with the guys, this is my first Animal Crossing game, and it's cool to experience all of these elements for the first time. I definitely think they took a lot of the right steps with this game, at least from the stuff that I've heard happens in previous games. It's fun. Anyone can pretty much get into it when they spend enough time playing it for like the first couple days. Like we said before, it definitely came out at the right time. It'd be pretty funny to imagine like what the game would be like in terms of the community if the whole quarantine thing hadn't happened. But I think definitely because we're stuck inside now and we have this game to play, we're definitely on it like more time than we should be. Probably more time than Nintendo might have been expecting. And it's cool to discover all these new things in the game and getting all these cool updates while we're all at home. And I'm really enjoying it. I enjoy my villagers, and I can't wait to see what lies beyond ahead of the game from the main goal of it. It's a great game. Definitely, if you're out there, you haven't picked up the game yet, definitely try it out for yourself. Just be sure to manage your time and your in-game spendings wisely. But other than that, it's a nice time killer. It's very relaxing, and Animal Crossing New Horizons definitely hits all the right marks. And it definitely earned its spot in terms of the number of sales it's making and the high ratings it's been getting. Like it's currently, if I'm not mistaken, the third best-selling Switch game right now. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. So I guess with that topic out of the way, we can move into talking about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox. So
Still not that much.
Yeah.
Still not that much to go off of, but we can at least talk about what we know currently, because we have been holding off this topic for a while. So
Yeah. So I guess to get started, I never thought a controller could look so sexy before until I looked at the PS5 controller, which
Oh, you really like it? No, I'm being serious. I'm asking. I'm not
No,
being sarcastic.
No. I like it. I actually do like the design, but I was mostly referring to the joke about the sports bra. But I do actually think it looks nice. I'll be honest with you. I do really think it does look nice.
It's grown on me a bit, but I'm hoping that like there's different color schemes. I think
there was a
that'd be
meme.
nice.
Yeah.
There was a meme where someone modified the coloring of the controller to make it look like the backside, like some of a bikini girl's ass, basically. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, I'll be honest. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the PS5 so far. We don't really know too much, but what we do know is that it's just as every single console generation, we know that. Yeah, of course, there's new games, but it's just like, oh yeah, I feel like with a lot of consoles these days, like there is not as much, like, I guess, innovation as as a lot of people would like. It's definitely a lot more of like, let's try to make the last generation a little better, right? I mean, that's why the Switch was so revolutionary, right? Because it was like something new, right? But then, like, with something like the PS4, PS3 to PS4, of course there were improvements, and it was great. It was better. It definitely outsold, Xbox, which in the generation prior to that, the Xbox definitely outpaced the PS3. But with this last generation that came out, it was certainly just it was more, we'll improve this, we'll make it better, we'll make it more universal, sell it out. And then I feel like this new generation that's upcoming is kind of a little bit more of the same thing. And I feel like they're trying to go in some different directions. For example, using like an AMD Ryzen chip in both of the consoles, which is proved to be a very powerful computer chip. I mean, I have it in my computer right now, and it performs really well. Lots of people say it performs really, really well. So I'm hoping for good things on that front. But from what I can say is that I know we're not going to get like a new kind of console. Like that's expecting a little too much, and I agree.
You'll be able to go inside the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not going to be
like the Spy Kids 3D.
I'm not out here saying saying, yo, they need to make some new shit right now, some like revolutionary, because I understand that that's not how industry works. Right? But I will say that the Switch was a revolutionary product. It was something new. It was something, and I feel like everybody can agree that was something new, something people liked, something people enjoyed. And it's certainly steps away from the previous generation, but it takes keys from the previous generations. Like the tablet for the Wii U. I think everyone liked the concept, but it was kind of failed in its execution. Everyone likes the double screen for the DS. They think it's really versatile to have those two screens. Of course, we don't have that with the Switch, but we have the touch screen on the Switch. We have, you can play on the TV and then you can also play on your Switch.
I like
the Joy-Cons, of course, are like the Wii remotes, the Wiimotes.
Yeah.
It is a combination of every single console, but it is also something new, something that exists within its own realm. And with the PS5,
yeah, I like that they made that a point during the Switch presentation when they unveiled it. They were like, this is pretty much a hybrid of every past Nintendo console ever created. I was like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, even the PS Vita, I'm gonna just come out on a limb and say that it took a lot of cues also from very similar to the PS Vita. The size of the game chips are similar to like what a PS Vita would look like.
The Vita
right?
chips, yeah.
Yeah, it has also very similar. touchscreen. It has very similar layout, and everyone will agree that unfortunately, while the PS Vita is a great console, it definitely didn't do as well as people would have liked, and which is unfortunate because it is a really nice console. It's grown over time, and it has actually a really niche following, which is really interesting to think about. And of course, like I'm sitting here like, wow, that's you know, the Switch is like that, the version of the the new console that everybody wanted. And I'm not saying this as like, you know, I feel like a lot of people are still going to pick up the PS5 and the Xbox X. They're still going to do it because let's be real, everyone loves wants the next Modern Warfare game or Call of Duty game. Everybody wants the next 2K. Everyone wants the next FIFA, Forza. The only way to play it is to get the new console and play it. And so, and you know, I'm not gonna sugar what's gonna happen. Everyone will get a paycheck and eventually want to buy it. Will buy it. And I think a lot of these gaming companies, they obviously bank on that as well. Of course, gamers are going to be interested in it too, right? But my thing about this is that, you know, I feel like a lot of people are also still expecting something new and revolutionary when we all kind of are aware that's not going to happen because we have yet to really know all the full details, but from what we're seeing, it's not really that far of a step ahead from what we all are already used to for these two companies that are releasing their next gen consoles. But yeah, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think?
I definitely agree with the fact that the Vita, as unfortunate as it is, like it's a great system and it's something that I pondered actually getting at some point. The problem, is that there was just hardly any, I guess, games that reached out to a more expansive audience. Because you're right, it is very kind of niche, and if you're a fan of the games that are on it, then it's the system for you to have, and it's the best way to play Persona on the go. So, and but in terms of the technology and infrastructure of the system, it definitely did a lot of steps right. Unfortunately, it just seems that, like, at least from what I remember hearing, Sony kind of put more focus on their console rather than the handheld market. And whenever it came to like interconnectivity between the Vita and the PS3 and PS4, there wasn't really too much of it. Like, it existed, and it was there for certain games, but
there were some people who did use that functionality to like play PS4 games on their like bed with their Vita. I have seen it. I never did it, but it is a thing. It's just it was not very heavily pushed.
Yeah, I tried to do it.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know. The Vita makes me sad because... Oh, go ahead.
No, the PS TV was also another thing where people could
link that was the home
PS
console
Vita.
version.
Yeah, you can link
basically
your PS Vita to your TV essentially and play all the Vita games on the TV. Which, by the way, is pretty much obsolete at this point. You have to like you cannot buy it unless you buy it from like a local mom and pop video game shop.
Right.
And it'll usually be marked up. I remember when these things were sitting in stores for $20 when it was like on clearance, and now it's like you have to buy one at $80 at least.
I really regret not buying a PS TV just to have it at this point, because back then it was dirt cheap.
Yeah.
But now it's like it's close to almost $100, which is crazy, and it's because they basically stopped producing them. Because they just stopped Vita production in general for the most part. For the longest time, what was keeping the Vita alive were Japanese devs putting stuff like VNs and other things on there. But the Vita's basically done at this point, and I don't see Sony doing another handheld console anymore after it, sadly, which bums me out because I love handheld stuff, and I really liked the PSP when I was young. I had a PSP and a DS, and I used the hell out of both of them because there were a lot of high quality games on both. And I really liked my Vita despite Sony barely giving a shit about it. So it disappoints me that they're just like, well, whatever. Just move on. So it's like, okay, cool. I mean, you didn't really try, but sure.
Yeah. It's funny because I just picked up the other day when I was setting up entertainment. I can show you guys a picture, but as I was going through the case that used to be in my huge thing, my huge other entertainment system, I found my PSP along with all the stuff that was inside, and I'm just like, God damn, like first off, I forgot how small the PSP was. I feel like my
Right?
hands have gotten
I mean, well,
used
yeah,
to-
obviously, as a kid, it was fine. But as an adult, I'm like, wow, this thing's small. It's like
It's the
the
same
fucking
thing.
DS. It's like, wow, this thing's so
Yeah.
small.
It's the same thing with the SP,
Yeah,
the
the Game Boy
Micro,
Advance, so
the
small.
Game Boy Advance, and I'm sitting
As a
here
kid,
like,
it was fine. As an adult,
Yeah.
you're like, damn,
because we got
baby
used to like
hands.
these big phones in our pockets and everything.
Right? We basically have like fucking tablets in our pockets, and then here
Pretty
we are
much.
trying to use a Game Boy Advance SP.
Yeah, especially because the phone markets are now moving towards 7-inch screens. It fucking used to be a 7-inch tablet. It used to be a thing. Like the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7 is a thing. Like we are so close to a 7-inch phone. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, my phone is bigger than this PSP. What is this? Like, I used to enjoy the PSP games so much. I really did.
There were honestly a lot of high quality PSP games. It's just
Yeah, I saw a lot of PSPs back in the day.
Yeah,
Especially
like-
because of the modding community too.
like, I'll be honest, obviously the DS won that war, if you will, but the PSP was still enough of a success, I'd say. I mean, it was enough of a success for them to try again with the Vita, like to continue with the handheld market. And
I would say it was definitely a worthy competition for the DS.
yeah, it really
You
was.
kept it
It
going.
really
think
was.
Also, one of the
You
things
could
that
play
affected
fucking
it was the
GTA on
price
that
point.
shit, dude.
Also, the price point for the Vita, I feel like a lot were
Well,
at the
okay,
time
so-
weren't really okay with it because you could
So
buy the
here's the
DS for
thing.
200.
Well, no,
The
because here's
Vita
the
was
thing.
like 300.
Because here's the thing. The 3D, I sit here this thing like 8 times, but with the 3DS, it actually started out not too great. I remember talking to this with Ray like one day on a train ride home from a hangout. Like the 3DS, if you remember back when it launched, it was like not doing too hot because there just wasn't a
Same.
lot of games people were all that interested in. But eventually, it
Steel
picked
Diver.
up with stuff like Ocarina of Time 3D, Super Mario 3D Land, Fire Emblem Awakening, Resident Evil Revelations. Like a lot of high quality stuff was coming out, and then so they would just continue to lavish support, and that boosted sales. And now the 3DS is a monster. I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of stopped with it now because they're focusing on the Switch, but the 3DS became a huge success. And like we all know that it's a huge success, but it didn't start out that way.
Yeah.
So with the Vita, honestly, the reason it ended up the way it did is because Sony really wasn't giving it the support it needed. It wasn't really marketing it super well. The price point was an issue, along with the price point of the memory cards. That was
Yeah.
ridiculous, especially
Still
because with the PSP, that was a non-issue because you could just use Memory Stick Duo memory cards, which
Yeah.
were dirt cheap at the time. And the Vita, I mean, it has some good games. It has Persona 4 Golden, which is a great game. It has Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is not a bad handheld Uncharted game.
Mhm.
It has some decent stuff on there. They just didn't show enough support. It really,
Killzone also.
like, it had plenty of Japanese support, so it did fine in Japan, similar to like the Sega Saturn, if you will. But like West Side, what did like Americans have? They had Uncharted, and that was practically it for the most part. I mean, I know some people were also into Gravity Rush, but that eventually got ported to PS4 and stuff.
Right.
Like they should have had like a Metal Gear game on there, a God of War, maybe like a Jack and Daxter game on there, sort of like what they did with the PSP. I mean, there were a lot of franchises had handheld entries on the PSP, but with the Vita, it felt like there were none to be found, which boggles my mind.
Right.
I felt like that was what really killed it. So yeah, you know, it sucks because I think the Vita is still a really cool piece of tech. Even today with the Switch, I still think it's a cool piece of tech, but Sony is dumb, so they fucked up.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree, and I feel, there are a lot of really good games on Vita.
Yeah, like there really are, especially,
Killzone.
and I say
Also.
especially if you're into Japanese stuff, like
Yeah.
Japanese games, Japanese visual novels. There's plenty to play on there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also really, I still Vita. I haven't played it, but I enjoy having it. I enjoy having that option that I can pick it up and play it. Thankfully, I've been buying a lot more digital games with the Vita. But my collection will still be kind of a hybrid of digital and physical. I bought
mine is as well.
Mostly PS1 games for the Vita. In terms of the downloaded games, and then a lot of the Vita games I got them physical just because that's kind of my way that I like to deal with things. Is like if especially with the Switch as well, I don't buy a lot of downloadable games unless there's a good sale on them.
I'll be honest, I bought Animal Crossing digitally, and I'm glad I did because it's a game a lot of us are gonna play at least an hour a day, or maybe later down the line it will probably drop down to maybe half an hour a day.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have the game digitally so I could just pop it open whenever, as opposed to fishing for the physical cartridge.
Right.
Yeah, putting the cartridge inside of the Switch console is a whole process in and of
itself. It's a whole process, and I feel like it isn't worth the process for a game you'll probably only play half an hour a day eventually.
It's cool to just jump in with it already being on the system to just check in on everything and then hop off.
Online friend of mine who's a super into Animal Crossing felt the same way. He told me he was gunning for the digital version for the same reason, because it's eventually you'll be playing the game for some people play it for 10 minutes a day at a certain point. And it's do you really want to look for the physical cartridge for a 10-minute game session? Not really.
And then if you take your Switch portable, you got to be taking the card with you, and then making sure that it's in a secure kind of case and all that.
Right. No, I completely agree too. I do hate the idea of having the digital game. I think for me, mostly the reason why I like to purchase physical games is because of space wise. And just because sometimes there might be for example, I like to use this as an example. I once got scammed for a Metro card. I get scammed for a Metro card every day.
$2 Metro card.
I got scammed for a memory card once on eBay. Because they said that it was I fell for it on purpose, I guess.
Was it one of those fake
128 gigabyte SD card, micro SD
when you put it in, it doesn't do shit?
It worked for a little bit, and then turns out it was only 4 gigabytes. So, and by the time that I figured that out, it was already 3 months after, so I had to call PayPal and go through the process.
Who was it that talked about that in his video, Linus Tech Tips, I think?
Yeah.
How it
happens quite often too. And so, the rule of thumb is unless it's through an authorized reseller or something, don't buy memory from random people on the internet, because chances are it's too good to be true. And I think that's so true. If you're buying a memory card from Amazon, a 128 gigabyte for $5 and it's Prime, you're guaranteed that item is probably going to be real because it's Amazon and it's Prime, and they're not going to pull a fast one on you.
That would be some shit if it turned out to be
and even then Amazon will give you your money back and some more money back so that you can still use their service.
Right.
That's something that's truly important for me. It took me 3 months to realize that this fucking memory card was a fake. Thankfully, PayPal immediately ruled in my favor, because I told them, how the hell else am I going to know it's fake when I'm using it? And at first, it's working, and then all of a sudden, it just
sometimes these people can even use real images of SD cards instead of the actual product packaging.
Right, exactly.
So it's literally impossible to tell.
And the thing is, it's impossible. It really is impossible to tell. Packaging that they give you is the exact same packaging, and the actual memory card looks real as hell. I don't understand. Anyways, so PayPal gave me my money back, and I was happy about it. There was really no process because the seller, I think, had already been banned off eBay, so there was no real process that I could really be following at that point. So sent me my money back, and PayPal said that I could keep the memory card. Not like I really want it, but I kept it anyways. But my point is, I was downloading NBA 2K because it was $2. Right? And I said, you know what, if it's $2, I'll download it on all my consoles. Why not?
Right.
It's $2. And when I did that, it's apparently a really big game. It's 30 gigs or something like that. And I only had that time. I had the 120 gigabyte. So I said, well, let me just go ahead and do it. I think since this is like one of the only times I'll be downloading a game, it won't be too much to give up. And then I'm downloading it, and download failed, and I'm like, what the hell? And then I said, all right, now I'm gonna have to
Get fucked, nerd. Download failed.
And then I went and I started to investigate, and it turns out there's not more than 4 gigs. And I'm like, man, you know what? Screw this. So I bought a real micro SD card. I downloaded it onto the micro SD, and then I was on my merry way. But that's why I was like, you know what? If the physical version of this version, I'm good. So it's mostly a space issue for me, which is totally understandable. But I'm not totally opposed to picking up a physical or a digital version at this point. I feel like if there's another handheld system that comes later down the line, maybe it will be a totally digital one for me. I know lots of people like Etika, may his soul rest in peace. I think he made his Switch at the time it was all digital. Like he didn't want to buy really any physical cartridges, so he made his Switch an all digital affair.
I don't blame people for doing so. If it's convenient for them, like I don't see.
And they got the space, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
And so for me,
micro SD cards aren't too expensive, so
yeah, for me it wasn't all that convenient to buy a 1 terabyte micro SD card or something like that, because the Switch
You're at
can
least paying for
support
quality, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm eventually, maybe later down the line, I'll upgrade to a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte micro SD card when those become much cheaper.
Right now I'm rocking at
like
256.
Yeah, for a 1 terabyte they're like $500, and then for 2 terabytes like probably like $1,000. You're looking at those sorts of prices, and so eventually I'm going to upgrade to a 256. I'm just going to keep going up the progression eventually, or maybe I'll skip 256, go straight to 512, because I do see myself kind of slowly getting more digital games, especially in quarantine. I picked up Kill la Kill because it was on sale. And
what's so if about it? Like, if what?
I think it's actually like a Dynasty Warriors kind of game. Last I looked at it, so it looks kind of cool.
I thought it was like an arena fighter.
Is that what it is?
It's an arena fighter, and
told you.
I don't know if there was Dynasty Warrior elements, but I mean, it kind of looks like it though from what you see. So.
Dynasty Warriors is if you've ever played Hyrule Warriors or Fire Emblem Warriors, it's like that. It's like you against like an army of people, and you're just mowing down like hordes of enemies super easily.
Yeah. That's that. When I saw the picture, like a Dynasty Warriors sort of thing, but yeah, I guess it is an arena fighter game too. But I think does it have any elements of the of Hyrule Warriors or something like that, or no?
I don't think so. I'm like fairly sure that game is just like an arena fighter.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Well, you could look up the gameplay.
I guess kind of like that.
Ah, got it. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm looking at pictures now. Okay, I see. Yeah, it does. It reminds me of the Shippuden, Tenkaichi, Budokai, all those games. I don't know what the difference is between all those. Eventually, I compare naming system got really bad. So
I'd compare it more to Tenkaichi, if only for the fact that it was basically like a 3D kind of arena fighter-ish game. Right. So
yeah, I never really understood that name convention for the Dragon Ball Z games.
There's Budokai, like a million of them. Like I got so confused at a certain point.
Yeah, Budokai 1, Budokai Tenkaichi 1, Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Well, no, okay, I think it's Budokai 1, 2, and 3, and then the Tenkaichi series, right?
Well, Budokai in the Dragon Ball canon is the name of like the tournament that it's called. Tenkaichi, I think, means something from it, but I can't remember what. But yeah, that in case you're wondering like how it's getting crazy with the titles, like that's why.
Yeah, I mean they still kind of do it now.
It's kind of their equivalent of like Street Fighter, like World Championship Tournament, the final challengers.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi, the good edition, yeah.
I remember the Wii commercial for that game. It's like Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Like the announcer just...
What a mouthful.
Yeah.
Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Ready, E for everyone. That was
now,
E10.
Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, I remember Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I got it for $3.
That game got insane with its roster. Like there were multiple versions of Goku. Aurelie from Dr. Slump.
Did we really need that many versions of Goku? Like, let's be real.
No. Dude, there was like early Goku, late Goku.
Goku as a sperm cell. It's like, man, y'all are stretching it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
It's like, we get it, guys.
You killed him.
All right. But yeah, that's what Kill la Kill if is. It's basically an arena fighter, and it was on sale for $20 on the eShop the other day. So I picked it up. Have the space for it, so why not?
Yeah, I picked it up because apparently I have.
A lot of games are gonna have to be digital now with the quarantine. So
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
Apparently, I had enough space on my not space. I had enough gold.
Life is digital now.
Oh, step 4.5.
Oh, hey, he's back.
Yo, you're jacking that, dude. Stop.
You're what?
He's dragging it.
He's dragging what?
4.5.
This step 4.5.
Oh, that? He's dragging the joke?
That was like 2 episodes ago.
It still happens every episode.
Dude, this time Discord went down.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. Like Discord actually fucked
Yeah,
us
it
over.
went down completely. Like I tried to open it up again, and it took me like at least 5 attempts until it finally
Same.
opened back up.
Just talking about episode 4.5. We just went through the Discord apocalypse.
Yeah, like to be fair, you can't blame Isaac for that.
No, I
This
don't.
motherfucker, every time I'm on, oh, whoa, 4.5. I just went through the apocalypse on Discord. I went through this.
All right, you don't need to call it an apocalypse. It just went down. Is all.
Yo, imagine.
Apocalypse. He's acting like someone like rained hell down on Discord headquarters.
Yo, guys, imagine
minutes,
imagine Thanos snapped the planet and like Isaac like died in the whole thing with like being dusted, and then the reverse snap happens and everyone comes back and like Lawrence is just waiting for Isaac to join the final battle. All right,
Kid,
all right.
What the hell happened here?
But yeah, so I had enough Nintendo Gold apparently to knock the price down.
Oh, dude,
$10.
Nintendo Gold, my favorite currency.
Oh,
Is that what it is?
I gotta
The
buy some
rewards
stock in
balance?
that.
Is that what's the name of the rewards balance?
No, I'm just teasing you. I know what you're referring to. It's like the gold coins, right?
No, because
I'm also
I might actually.
You're talking about the reward coins from when you register.
Yeah,
Switch
When you
games,
like
right?
buy stuff and all. And
Yeah.
well,
Right.
we also get some when you buy games.
Yeah, so apparently I had like
Not
10.
gonna
Like,
lie, I thought Ray said quarantine coins.
apparently I had 1,000
My
that I
favorite
didn't
coin.
use.
That sounds like a Fallout currency.
Can I buy 2 loaves?
It really
of bread?
does. Quarantine coins.
Can I
Bottle
buy
caps.
2 moldy breads and porridge with that, please?
Apparently I had 1,000,
You've had your
and I used 1,000 to buy
To
a
summon
cake.
1,000 dragon.
And it cost me only $5 with like tax. So it was like $2 extra, but like the entire
what
I got
game?
the entire game Kill la Kill.
$2.
You bought a whole game for $2?
Pretty much. But yeah, it was. I was like, wow, that's actually.
$2. You're guaranteed.
$2.
$2.
You
Yeah.
suck.
I was surprised. I was like, wow, I guess I didn't pay for this game all that much. That's great. But yeah,
Were you
I was
disappointed?
Well, because I thought I was gonna be spending like $17, $18. It's still a good,
Man,
good
what
price.
a crime! He didn't spend more money. That's what
It
he's
was-
upset about.
It was still a good. It's still a good price, regardless. But like,
What, are
I
you
was-
really complaining that you didn't spend
No.
more real money?
No, I was just surprised.
Okay, I was genuinely shocked for a second.
Yo,
It's like,
man,
this
I wish I could
motherfucker-
spend more physical cash on Nintendo
Like this
games.
motherfucker is basically going, no, I will pay $2,000 for that bet, not
I don't
1,000.
want reward points.
Like,
I don't want your reward points.
I got Ninja Storm collection on Switch.
the Naruto one.
Naruto.
Oh,
Shippuden,
yeah, I forgot that
Ultimate
came
Ninja
out.
Storm trilogy.
I want to get the fucking Legacy of the Duelist Yu-Gi-Oh re-release on Switch because
Same.
it added like more content and it also comes with 3 cards. So I kind of want it just for like
for the cards and all that.
just for the
eShop
cards to have
version?
them.
If you buy it on eShop, you get 3 cards.
No, obviously not.
I wish if that was true.
How do you get
if-
the cards?
it just
Maybe-
materializes
yo.
in front of you.
Yo,
Yo.
boy, honestly, they could do that. Like if they plan it well enough. Like if you buy it,
I mean,
like
yeah, if
first week of
technology
the game,
advances
like,
enough, we could do that.
no, but listen, what I'm saying.
You're saying you can materialize.
No. I'm not talking about materializing. I mean, like, I think if they plan it well enough, they could actually send you the cards in the mail. Because, like,
I
what
mean,
they-
I guess, but they're
what
not
they
going to
did
do
with-
that.
I know because it's Konami, but
Oh,
like,
yeah.
now
what they,
like Nintendo.
I'm just saying, in theory, what they did with Animal Crossing is that they gave you 3 months of Switch Online free, and the only way you can claim that is if you go to your email and then you go in like, oh yeah, let me start this free trial. So they
I
could
don't know
just do
why.
that. Like if it's the first week of the game, the Yu-Gi-Oh game coming out, they can send you an email connected to your Nintendo account, and then you could just be like, oh yeah, here's my address, send the cards there.
I don't know why, but for a second I thought you were going to say, you have to go to Europe instead of you said your email. I thought you were
You
going
have
to
to
say
go to
Europe for a
Egypt.
second. It's like to get some 3 months of free Nintendo Online, you need to go to Europe. It's like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
Nintendo of Europe.
I was gonna pick up Cuphead.
Oh, that's not bad. For me, I can't pick up Cuphead until I fix my Joy-Con situation. That
Oh yeah,
game
playing that game with Joy-Con drift would be a nightmare. So
Jesus.
don't.
it's a
Are you
nightmare
serious?
because
Or at
you-
least at the very least, get a Power A controller.
yeah,
Can you-
or use a Pro controller because
I have
that,
a Pro controller, but
yeah,
can
don't
you,
use your Joy-Cons.
Well, my
If you have
Joy-Cons,
Joy-Con drift, it's going to be a nightmare, and the reason
I
is
do. But can you
it's a-
play
it's-
with one Joy-Con on
no,
2-player, or do you need both?
I think you.
If
Can
it's
you hand
co-op,
one
I
Joy-Con
imagine
to a
you
second
could
player?
give
yeah,
one
if
of
it's
them.
co-op, then yeah.
Because the
you
controls in
can-
that game aren't
so
that
I'll just-
advanced.
I'll just do co-op with one Joy-Con then, because
In that game, it's literally
Yeah, that-
shoot, jump, and dash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm
if
not
you
trying to play with drift.
You don't
and
need
have
the extra
timing
stick
fuck
for
up
like
on me.
camera control.
yeah,
There's
the
no
problem
camera.
Camera control, right?
yeah the problem with
Cuphead open world.
A 2D playing game. Cuphead first person.
the problem with that game is that if you
Yo, who's smoking crack?
your jumps and everything need to be like spot on. Like if you are even
Basically.
like a smidge off, you're done. That's it.
You need
Over.
Smash Brothers melee timing, boy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
Wayne
like
Dashing in Cuphead.
I remember.
Danny Falco.
Did I stream
Practice
that
run.
once? I feel like I streamed Cuphead once, and
You did, yeah.
I
Before,
was like,
I think it was just before we recorded a podcast.
yeah, I was going insane that day. I remember because I couldn't defeat the bosses in that game. Let me tell you, they're like they actually are really difficult, and so it's like
Some of the early
If
ones
you're-
aren't too bad, but
They're-
yeah, some of
no,
the later
later
ones are
ones.
really hard.
yeah, and so it's
Are
like
you saying the early ones are really bad too? Because I would disagree.
no. Some of them are fine once you get the patterns and everything. They're easy to beat.
Yeah,
But with
like
later
the
on, they
carrot
get
boss is super
oh that one,
easy.
yeah,
honestly.
that one. But later on, as you play more, it gets ridiculous. I think.
Oh yeah.
The
for
clown
sure.
one, like, is easy, but also like one of the most bullshit one I've ever seen. Also,
The one that gave me a ton of trouble because I played the game with a friend via co-op
Mhm.
at his place. The one that I fucking couldn't stand was the robot boss, like with the mad scientist. I think it was on the
Oh,
third
yeah.
island. That boss, fuck that boss. That was a nightmare.
yeah, and like some of them also get really just they're really bad. Like not in design, they're great. I love Cuphead. It's like it is one of my favorite games because of the way that the story that behind how it was made and the story behind
It's an
what it
amazing story.
represents. It is such a good game. It
These
really is.
people, like, they had to remortgage their home.
Oh,
It
they
was
made
made
it
by
back.
Canadians.
But one of my with that game, like I was saying, is just like it's not your standard platformer. Like you need to be really skilled. Like you really do, and you need to
You
pick
gotta
up the
get
skill.
your game on.
Yeah, because like
Game on.
as
Come
much
on,
as
yo,
I,
battle.
Come
as
on,
much as I
you gotta
really,
play
really,
Cuphead.
really want to like buy it on the Switch so that I can have the handheld version, I know it's going to be crap for me because my Joy-Con drift is ridiculous, and
Which is
I was
sad because
already
it's the
I was
kind of
already
game-
struggling, you know.
It's the kind of game that you want to play on the go.
Yeah, exactly. And so like it sucks because I really want to play it on the go, but knowing me and how much trouble I had when I didn't have the drift, imagine what kind of trouble I would have when I have the drift, you know?
It especially sucks that the Switch Mini also has the same drift problem too.
That
Yeah.
is mind blowing
The
to
Switch
me.
Mini? Or the Switch
The
Lite?
Switch Lite. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
For a
Switch
second,
Lite.
I'm like, they made another Switch?
It's like the NES Mini. It's like
They-
that. They made a
They
small version.
somehow made
An
the
even
Switch
smaller.
smaller?
Like a cell phone size.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well, there
Tamagotchi
wasn't. Do you remember?
size?
Do you guys remember that weird ass like late 2000s rumor, the Wii phone? That was
Yeah.
the
Wii
thing.
phone.
What? Really? I gotta look
Yeah.
this up. Wii phone?
Look it up.
Dude, I
Wii
remember
phone.
What the fuck is that?
I remember someone back in the day made their own custom Wii laptop, like that they can close and then open up, and then the Wii menu just comes up and you can play games on that.
That
But
is pretty cool
Wii
when people engineer something like that.
Yeah,
Wii
I
phone
like-
though is hilarious.
Wii phone. Let me look this up.
You need to look it up. It's
Wii
fucking
phone.
ridiculous what it looks
Yo,
like.
I
Who you
love that the-
calling? Wii phone.
Yo, I love one of the first images that comes up is a fucking like Windows Movie Maker font picture of like Wii phone.
Yo,
With
I'm not
like
gonna
Super
lie.
Mario World.
Yeah,
Yo, I'm
What
not gonna
is
lie.
this?
This shit looks kind of fire.
this
All
looks
right,
like
wait,
a
hear
whole-
me out.
This looks like
Hear
a
me
whole
out,
phone.
okay? This shit can play Mario and call up a girl, and when she wants, and when she's next to you, or if she's in the classroom, right, and you show her a YouTube video, you're like, I want to play Mario. And you can pass it to her. What the fuck is this, man? Who rendered this?
This really reminds me of a
This is some 8th grade lunchroom.
This is
rumors-
like this
rumors
is like
from that
late
kid you don't talk
2000s
to.
YouTube video where it's like Xbox 720 design
Yo,
leak.
seriously.
Yo, but look at this, my nigga. Yo, where'd you find this type of? Oh,
Yo, I'm gonna send you guys a
it
picture.
plays Mario.
This Wii phone that we're looking at, deadass looks like my house phone right now. Hang on.
Yo, Ray, are you sure you don't have a Wii phone? Just
Maybe it
digitize
is. Maybe it is.
Try and play
Did it-
Mario on it.
Did it come from
get back
Taiwan?
to us.
Did it come from Taiwan? Yo,
Oh my
you guys
God.
know all those fucking bootleg video game consoles that they sell at like Dwayne Reed and all that for like $20? And it's like, oh yo, play 300 games, and it's just like 300 copies of the same fucking NES style game that plays like shit.
And they always
Yo.
have like one valid game, like Double Dragon 2 or some shit.
Yeah.
Can
And
we
even
talk
it
about
runs
the
like
fact
shit.
that
And that's the only
people,
game it has in the box. Like, play Double Dragon 2 in this shit.
like thinking
Are
about?
you so wait? Are you talking about like those like weird
Plug and
ass
play.
like 1,000 game in
Yeah.
one consoles?
Yes.
Yeah, those. And the cartridges too.
I love
find that
those,
mod
if
option.
only just because
Yeah.
of how bad they are. Like they're fun to laugh at because it's hilarious.
Super Mario Bros. 7.
Why
I
did you
remember
find
seeing-
those consoles in every Dominican household?
I right? Because
I
they're
I
like,
went over
oh
to
wow,
my-
I
now
can.
that we're thinking about it, my little cousins have one, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna beat you in this shit. I don't know the name of it, whatever it is.
And it's
I'm
fucking
a-
Centipede.
I'm gonna body you.
I remember one where it's like it has like 80,000 games. I'm like, really? This will be interesting. I boot it up, and I'm like, oh wow, there really are 80,000. Like it goes down to 80,000. But then when you look through it, it just repeats some games like a million
Yeah.
times.
With just a different name, like Mario.
Yeah.
Sonic,
Mario.
but it's not Mario or
Mario
Sonic. It's
7.
some shit.
Sonic Adventure 7, which is an actual bootleg game.
Sonic Adventure 7. What happened to 3, 4, 5, and 6?
I'm
I
going
know,
back to
right?
the Wii phone real quick
Or
because this
Pokemon Black version.
If you show this to me,
Before it was Pokemon Black.
if you showed this to me 10 years ago, I would have been like, oh shit,
Yo, real shit?
yo, but on some real shit, on God, the Wii phone.
On God?
On
Yo,
the
you guys
Evolve?
see you guys see the picture in the chat, by the way, right? Of like how my house phone looks exactly like the Wii phone.
I see that. It does. Actually,
Yo.
those phones did look, they looked like, I think they went like deliberately for the Wii remote style phones. Because you notice how those phones, like they've been out for a while, but you notice how a lot of them had the same designs after the Wii came out?
Yeah.
The
You know
Sonic
what this
design.
reminds me of? It reminds me your TI-84 calculator
Yeah.
game.
Wow,
Like-
Ray, your phone really does look like it. Holy shit, I just saw it.
Yo, Ray, you sure you don't have the blueprints? in there or something?
You don't have like the
It was a real thing, but it never came to fruition.
He has the beta
So-
version of
Ray,
the
you
Wii
can't play
phone.
Mario on that?
You don't know unless you try.
Isaac, I forgot to say earlier, by the way, when you were going into your like analogy of saying like, "Yo, you play Mario and call up a girl," I thought you could say you could play Mario and Call of Duty. Play Call of Duty on the Wii phone.
Yo, fuck Xbox at that point. Wii phone. I want a Wii phone.
About to no
There was
scope
a-
bitches
There
on
was
a
actually
Wii
a
phone.
point in time. Was it Square Enix? I think that made like they had phone games or something like that. Like really early on. I
Lots
don't know
of
if you guys
Japanese
remember.
devs have phone games, bro.
No. Like really early on, like they released like a device or something like that was also a phone, but like it had like these
Oh, you're
Square
talking
games.
about
The
the
N-Gage.
yeah, the N-Gage.
Is that what
Is
it
that
was?
what it is?
Yeah, the cell phone video game console
Was
hybrid
that
never took
Square
off.
though? I'm pretty sure that was
I don't
Nokia.
think it was. I don't think it was Square. Yeah, it was Nokia. Because I remember.
Nokia.
I know there was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Tomb Raider game on there.
All I remember is that there was a port of Sonic Advance 1 on there, and it's
Yeah.
fucking awful because the screen crunch is ridiculous.
Damn.
Yeah, because how are you gonna play on that thing?
How do you make a game?
Yeah, how do you
inferior
play that?
How do you make a game inferior to its Game Boy Advance counterpart?
Wow, Spider-Man 2 came out on this N-Gage too.
It came out.
Yeah, there's
Bro.
a full list of like N-Gage
Oh my
games, and there's
God.
only like 58 games on the damn thing.
Sonic
Shit.
N. There you go.
Engage.
Yeah, Sonic
Fuck.
N was like the adventure or the advanced port.
Sonic Insane Trilogy.
Yo,
Fuck
they
the
had
N-Gage.
Civ 2. They had Civilization 2 on
Oh
here.
my god.
Yo,
Fuck the Engage. That shit.
they
look
had
like
Call of
dildo.
Duty.
They got Call of Duty. They got Bomberman.
Yo,
Nah, fuck Engage. I
They
like
got
the Wii
Crash
phone.
Nitro Kart.
yo,
Crash.
The original Switch.
they
They
got,
got
Rayman
Super Monkey
3.
Ball. Yo, they had an Elder Scrolls game. What?
Skyrim on the
The
N-Gage.
Elder Scrolls
Skyrim.
Travels Shadow.
You think the
Keep.
Wii phone could run GTA?
The reason I remember this phone in a really weird way was that I was at Palisades Mall here in New York, but my parents got
Top tier
stopped
mall.
by. My parents got stopped by one of the those phone salesmen, and they were like, "We'll throw in this console for you if you buy a phone here today."
What console
And-
was it?
A Wii phone.
Yo.
The N-Gage. It was the
Lawrence,
N-Gage.
Isaac really
describing
wants
that?
the Wii phone to be a thing now.
Lawrence, you describing that reminds me of that.
I'm gonna call it
Foster Cell
Soldier Boy so you can make a
with the
Wii
cell
phone.
phone guy.
Oh wait,
Soulja
which
Boy
one?
Wii phone.
Lawrence, you describing that story reminded me of the Foster Cell map when the cell phone salesman was distracting Blue in the mall.
Yo, yeah,
Rip-off
I remember
artist?
that.
Rip-off
Rip-off artist. Yeah,
That was
and
like the
so
second episode of the whole show.
We unfortunately did not walk away with an N-Gage or a cell phone that day. But when we came back, we got a cell phone there. But unfortunately, we did not. They were already done with that promotion. You could not get an N-Gage anymore. But they were
So
still
unfortunately,
selling it
you
there.
missed out on Sonic N. What a shame.
I was just like, wow, that's interesting.
If you want to
Um,
see footage of Sonic N, Some Call Me Johnny showed like 2 seconds of footage in his Sonic Advance trilogy review,
Yeah.
and those 2 seconds are enough to realize the problem with that port. Is all I'm saying.
Yo, speaking of the N-Gage, isn't the rubber that they use to manufacture the console like melting right now? Like if you own
What?
the system, that's what I heard. Like apparently the rubber's fucked up right now from like all the wear and tear
Because it's too old?
because it's
Yeah.
too old.
Fuck.
Imagine having an N-Gage in 20.
Every time you say N-Gage, it sounds like Endgame.
Endgame. Or like in the word engage. I guess that was the point, like a play on of engage.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Oh wow, it's
Kind
raining
of-
right now.
oh shit. To tie this back to what we were talking about, I think you guys can kind of just see where
You
we're
used to call
going.
me on my Wii phone.
You guys can kind of see what we're talking about, right? That like when
Yo, we shall
there
jump on
were
remix.
all these generations of like video games, right? And then going back to like the next generation, the generation that's upcoming, right? What can we really truly expect? And that's a real question. What do you like? What can we truly expect from the next generation of consoles? People.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was thinking about Wii Phone.
based on
Me
like
too.
based on the like everything we've talked about here, but also like knowing what we do know about the next gen of consoles, and also what we took from the last gen, from the very last gen that just ended. What can we expect from the next generation?
You want to know what I want to expect? PSN to not suck ass on the PS5. Seriously, like, fucking, I don't know about you, but whenever I try and use the PlayStation Store on my PS4, if it's been on for too long, like, it just won't load. Like, I literally have to restart the entire system just to open up PSN again. It's ridiculous.
It's
also,
buggy as shit.
It's super buggy. Also, can we have the PS5 controller's battery last more than like 20 seconds? That'd be nice.
Yeah. Is that a problem with the PS4 controller?
Yes.
The PS4 controller, it's chargeable, which is nice. Like, yeah, you don't have to spend money on batteries like Xbox controllers, but at least Xbox controllers don't last a while on those batteries. For PS4, I swear, like, every time I turn the damn thing on, I need to charge my controller. It's so bad.
Oh, word. Yeah, it is really bad. I was thinking of PS3 for some reason. The PS4 controllers, batteries sucks.
I think it's because of the light bar and the like touchpad in the middle. I feel like those might be battery killers.
They're bringing it back.
So it's like, man, they better upgrade that fucking battery then if they intend to keep it.
They should go back to AA.
No. The other day I had to change the batteries in my X controller, which I use for PC games, because I thought,
X controller?
Because I swear to God,
is that the controller that X-Men use?
No, he got
the Xbox controller. But like the thing that really bothers me is that like we're in a like I'm using it for PC games. That's one. Two, that we're in a completely different like generation at this point. Do I really need to go out and buy AA batteries to put in?
Well, no, just freaking get the wired version if you're only going to use it for PC games, because you're gonna be next to your PC.
See, but here's the thing. Like this is the Microsoft one, right? But like when I plug it into my computer, it still needs the battery, even if it is the wired, because like I can just connect the controller to the computer and use it regularly. That's usually what I do now, because like my wireless connection with this controller is trash and I just don't want to even try it anymore, the Bluetooth connection. So I'm just freewheeling it with the wired controller. But when I'm just like sitting here like, why can't this like charge? Why can't you just fucking take a charge? Or like why do I still need
I'm just imagining Lawrence talking to like an inanimate controller.
You know what's funny is that the controller.
Why are you doing this?
The controller is in my hand right now, and I am like giving it hell right now. But yeah, it's like I can't just it has to have battery
hell.
It has to have batteries in it for it to like for it to work even when it's wired. It's like, are you serious?
Are you sure?
Play with your PS4.
Make it jealous. Are you sure? Because I've never had that issue. Like, I have an Xbox One controller for PC games, for games I feel work better with a controller as opposed to keyboard and mouse, and I don't have batteries in the thing. And when I connect it to my computer, it works.
Yeah, from what I understood last time when I tried to use it and play it, it wasn't working unless I changed the batteries first.
Do you have an Xbox One controller or an Xbox 360?
Xbox One.
You're going crazy then. It does not need batteries. You literally just need a freaking micro USB cable, and you're good.
Yeah. I try it here. I'll take out the batteries and we'll see what happens. But yeah, the fact that I even for wireless that I need to go
I'm
out
checking
and-
my Xbox One controller and it has no batteries. I've never put batteries in this thing, and it always works every time I connect to my computer.
Here, I'm checking right now. Let's see what happens. But yeah, it's just like, this entire thing.
I heard the
with,
beep. It worked, idiot.
No, that was my flash drive.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it is plugged in. Nothing.
Yeah?
I took the batteries out.
Open up a game, Nimrod.
No. Just like as the
You know what? I have a freaking micro USB next to me too. So let's test this further. Let's put mine in my computer and see how it goes.
Will probably
It's
work.
ridiculous. Watch.
Ding, ding,
Connect.
ding.
Let's see. This is a live demonstration, I guess. What a shock. It works. Oh man. Truly black magic, Lawrence.
Yeah. Maybe mine's just busted, but I'll
Did you install the drivers for it?
Yeah, I have all the drivers for it because I used to use this as a wire.
Okay, look. Is it connected to your computer right now via like micro USB cable?
Yes.
Without batteries?
Yes.
And you're sure you have the updated drivers?
Yes. 100%.
Is the Xbox button on the Xbox One controller lit up?
No.
Are you sure you just don't have a faulty micro USB cable?
Yep. This one it's a pretty good one. I've tried a couple cables on this one.
I think you're missing a
'Cause
step then, because you don't need batteries. Like
Because
that's
when I have a battery when I have batteries inside of this, plug it in, it actually works.
Let me see a picture of your controller, because you sound insane right now. You don't need batteries.
All right.
Like, what are you talking about? Why would you
But
need
yeah.
batteries for a controller you connect to the computer?
That's what I said too. I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. That's why I find this kind of crazy.
But yeah, I guess going forward, I don't like. I want to see I really do want to see some sort of improvement, but I mean, in general, I don't think I can really expect too much from them.
Look, I'm gonna open up a game while I'm at it to show you that it's you're crazy. Oh, okay. Did you finally give me a picture?
Yeah, I sent it in the.
And it's connected.
Yes.
Are you sure that looks like a different controller? Are you sure it isn't lit up?
Yeah,
it might be.
That's not lit up. No, that's just the white on it.
Try to open up a game that you know has controller for it and try and use it with it connected to the computer.
No, I can't open up one now because then it's going to shut down the podcast.
How?
So-
What?
It's going to shut down like Craig is going to chat.
Really?
Yes.
Craig's a finicky bastard then, I guess.
Yeah, but
So I don't
I'll
like
try
that.
it.
Don't do that.
I'll try it after, but
I mean, when we finish recording, I guess we'll try it then.
But yeah, I just like, I don't know what I can truly expect from the next generation. Just to be truth be told, I really don't know. There is so much to look forward to, but also like, I don't want to get my hopes up. I know a lot of people were talking about the PS5. They want it to be backwards compatible all the way to the PS1. And I was like, that might be a stretch. It would be nice, but I don't think it'll happen. Because Sony, that's just my biggest like thing. Like for the PS4, you can't like the backwards compatibility with PS3 is just not good. And Xbox is doing it right with.
I mean, there is no backwards compatibility. No,
exactly.
Okay, no. So with PS4, there's no backwards compatibility with PS3 games, period. If there is a PS3 game on PS4, it's because they re-released it or they like remastered it or whatever, like with Last of Us.
Joe, yeah. I know you're doing that, dude. Stop.
Okay.
Sorry.
And it has PS2 games in a weird sort of backwards compatible way, like just buying it digitally on the store, but they kind of forgot about that, in all honesty. I don't think they've updated it in forever. And I know they have that streaming service, PlayStation Now, to try to remedy the backwards compatibility issues.
No, but it's
PS3.
trash.
But Well, I don't know. I've heard that it has improved, so maybe it's not too bad right now. Because I think they dropped the whole rental thing and just made it like a subscription thing, where it's like just
It is a
subscribe.
subscription thing, but at the same time, you need a real.
Well, yeah, you do need a good internet
Wi-Fi
connection, obviously. You do, obviously. Like that's a given when it comes to streaming in general. But yeah, with Xbox though, they've been doing good when it comes to backwards compatibility.
They're always adding new games.
Well, I think they've officially stopped for Xbox One at least, but they're gonna continue with backwards compatibility. I mean, I remember years ago that was one of the big things of one of their E3 conferences when they announced that Xbox One was suddenly gonna have backwards compatibility with Xbox 360 games, and then later on they announced backwards compatibility with original Xbox games too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's like I really want, it'd be really nice. I'll be honest, it'd be really nice if the PS5 was actually backwards compatible, as far back as it would go. If it were backwards compatible to the PS1 or PS2, oh my god, that'd be great. Like I'll buy it.
They're not going to do that.
OMG,
I know they won't. Like I would. Because
They'll
have
make it
PS1
backward.
games, and
They'll
I have
let you
PS2
play
games.
PS4 games on the PS5, but not anything before that.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't know for sure yet because the only conference they've had for the PS5 was a largely technical one that was mostly for devs.
Yeah.
So theoretically they could still announce it, but yes, at the moment the only confirmed thing is that it has backwards compatibility with PS4.
Well, and I'm just hoping, like, if it, like, that'll be the only selling, because I think as of right now, until there are, like, really good console exclusives, I won't be picking up a PS5 for the time being, just because I just got my PS4, like, 3 years ago.
Got it 3 years ago.
I know that doesn't sound like, I know it doesn't sound as, like, a small amount of time,
I got my Nintendo DS 16 years ago.
But
I definitely picked up the
know,
Nintendo 64.
I can't be buying a new console every year and a half,
Says the guy who sometimes buys a new phone like every 2 years.
For a fun fact, this is actually, I think I'm gonna go 4 or 5 with the phone I have right now. But
what's your current phone?
The Note 8, and that was
okay.
I got mine in 2017.
So okay, wait. After the S9
plus
S9 series, it was the S10, and now the S20.
Yes. There was an S11, I think, and then the S10.
I'm pretty sure there was not.
There's no S11. Am I wrong?
Let me see. You're usually wrong, so I'm gonna... Okay, not.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't mean that, obviously, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no...
Oh, yeah, S11 is actually the Galaxy S20. Okay.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so S10, then S20. But yeah, maybe, I'll wait till next year.
I was planning on waiting till next year because I typically upgrade my phone like every 3 to 4 years, and I've had my S9 Plus.
Are like that too. My parents are like that too, and for me, it's just like, oh yeah, it's 2 years because my phone usually becomes after.
Because like I usually wait around 3 years because that's when the battery starts really kind of like going to hell and like.
But for now,
not lasting
like
too
my
long.
phone, surprisingly, like it's not as close. Like my previous phones were. I still have a lot of space. I can still use it for a while. So I'm just like, and I just got my screen fixed, so I'm not really all that like worried about it.
Famous last words.
So for at least this year, I'm gonna be keeping. Maybe through most of next year. My contract is already over. Usually I upgrade around September time, so by then I'll also be done with my college, so I'll probably be getting a new phone after college is over.
When do you plan on graduating?
Next June.
Next year?
Yes.
But is that like just for bachelors or like with masters?
With bachelors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the following year I graduate masters.
Okay, so you still have like maybe 2 years at this point.
2 years for the masters, but next year I'll be getting the bachelor's. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I was just curious.
But yeah, especially going into the master's program, to have a new phone
I went
I'm not
to
saying
college.
my phone. I mean, it works well. The video works well. The camera works well. Everything is still fine. The battery can sometimes have issues, but it's still not unusable. I just got the screen fixed, so I'm happy about my phone so far.
I need
So
to
I won't be
upgrade my phone.
upgrading for a bit.
What phone do you have?
I have an iPhone 8 Plus, and it's garbage.
How old is that?
It's at least at this point. I got it. I want to say it's been over a year, so like a year and 6 months. And
iPhone
when I picked
8,
it up,
you
it
said?
was brand new, 8 Plus.
8 Plus. Okay.
I picked it up brand new from my phone company provider, but like it was good at that time. But then after the way Apple faces out their like pretty much after the first year, it started having like battery problems and storage problems, and it started to slow down. So at that point, I was fine. I didn't need to upgrade. I could if I wanted to, but now it's gotten to a point I need it's too slow for me to really use most of them. So I got.
Yeah.
I think at this point, like 3 iPhones have come out since the 8. Because isn't like the latest one like iPhone 11 or something?
Yeah, the 11 came out, and now they're doing 12. They tease the iPhone 12. So I do need to upgrade.
Yeah, I need to upgrade also. Not.
But you asked about next gen, like what to expect for next gen consoles.
Yeah, or like what do you
think?
Yeah,
What was
like
your question?
what can we realistically expect for next gen? But also, what do you want to see for next gen?
I expect Japanese players to play on Xbox. No.
Good.
You
I don't
expect
ever. Actually, there
more
are
than
people.
20 Xboxes to sell in Japan.
There are some people in Japan that do play on Xbox. I'm not gonna mock the people who do, but
I know Masahiro
Xbox just-
Sakurai plays
Xbox
Banjo
just,
Kazooie
like-
on Xbox.
Japanese people really don't like Xbox. Like Japan just thinks.
Yeah, they don't really care about Xbox.
They don't give a shit about Xbox. But I mean, hey, who knows? I watched this video on like next gen gaming things, and one of the biggest things now, cloud gaming, and Xbox is working with Sony, with PlayStation to build out cloud, like future cloud gaming. So the place that might take the most piece of the pie is Japan. They're really big on cloud gaming, especially on mobile. Like when it comes to mobile games and playing games on cloud, Japanese gamers play a lot of their games through cloud or on mobile, so that might help Xbox pick up some slack there. But again, who knows? I'm not sure. What else I can expect? I feel like PlayStation 5 is probably going to bridge the gap. Like I'm not saying it's going to make it better, but it'll help bridge the gap between console and PC in terms of like what it offers. People always go to PC for like getting the best app, the best specs, best like platform to play on,
Right.
play your games on. But PlayStation 5 and Xbox working together to develop cloud, PS5. Hopefully, I really hope Sony has more exclusives coming out. Not that PS4 didn't have enough, but when it comes to exclusives, they put there's too many years in between, right? I can't wait 20 years for Last of Us 2. Give me that shit now.
Jesus, I mean they
20
They
years.
not
made
like
it skip
not-
a whole generation.
What are you talking about?
The characters are the same
They
age.
were going to release it on PS4, right?
It is
Yeah.
still releasing on PS4. It's just it's been delayed indefinitely because of the virus.
You don't think they're going to just make it next gen?
I mean, I imagine there'll be a version on next gen, but why would they just throw out the PS4 work they have for it?
I don't know.
That's
man.
true.
And not to
I
mention,
honestly
like
feel like
the
I don't
way
think they're
you
going to throw it out. I don't think they're going to completely toss away everything. But the way that Sony does it with their their exclusives, man, they put too much time in between. I really feel like
I don't think it's too bad, honestly. I mean, they don't have as many exclusives as Nintendo, but
no, of course not.
I'd say most of them are fairly high quality, even if it might not be something you're personally into.
No,
And I mean, like with
absolutely.
the whole Last of Us example, like I don't know if that's the best example because it's not like after Last of Us they took 8 years or whatever to make Last of Us Part 2. But in between that, we had Uncharted 4 and then like that expansion, like Lost Legacy for Uncharted. So it's not like there was nothing like from say Naughty Dog during that whole time.
I just want to see. I really hope that when we get Last of Us 2, and before the end of the PS4's lifeline, that we get a good amount of exclusives, which I know Sony's going to try to do, but I just really hate it when they pull off that just play it on next gen stuff, because that is annoying.
Plus, you got to be fair. It's not like there aren't Nintendo exclusives that people are super excited about that also don't take a ridiculously long time to come out. I mean, look at Bayonetta 3, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Metroid Prime 4.
They
still
a
aren't
bunch of
out.
games that got delayed too, but that's one thing I hope. I just hope that that before PS5 comes out, that they do justice to bring. They don't get delayed. They don't just kind of say, here you go, here's the next gen version console, it's your PS5. Last of Us 2, here's a PS4 version. That
Last of Us 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, electric. Where's my drink?
My drink.
But yeah, cloud gaming it's the future. It's
Damn,
the future.
you're getting really choked up about it.
It's the future.
Sarah
Sounded
Connor
like you were crying for a second.
will be terminated. No, but what do you guys think? I said a lot there.
I mean, I don't know about cloud gaming, because the thing with cloud gaming is that
He's in Final Fantasy. How can you be playing games?
Bitch.
Fuck you.
I assume you were making a Final Fantasy VII pun with
I
the
was.
cloud gaming. Okay, I was just making sure. I lost my trail of thought. Okay, I remember now.
You're talking about cloud gaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I don't know if cloud gaming is really that feasible still at the moment, because the problem is that there's still loads of places that don't have that great internet service, and you need like really good internet for cloud gaming to like work really well. I don't know how Japan is doing it. I'm not sure if it's true if that Japan is like super into cloud gaming right now. I know they're into mobile gaming and handheld stuff, but specifically mobile, because that's why games like Fate Grand Order and all those other like gacha games are super popular over there. But
yeah, that's what I was saying. That Japan loves mobile games. Like, Japanese players love Fate Grand Order. They love their gacha games. They love Pokemon Go. So that's why I feel like, because so many players are on the go, Switch really they hit a gold mine. And the only way Xbox can hit a gold mine there, and Sony doesn't have to. Mainly I'm saying, like, if Xbox really wants to make it big in Japan, one way that can help them is working with Sony with cloud. I don't know how exactly they're going to do it, but I'm picturing like they'll just help to build out, because Microsoft has all the computing power. They're a technology company. So if anything, they would be, they're the ones to help architect, design this out, and then build it. And Sony has that platform. So
Right.
well, I think
imagine Last of Us 2 on Xbox.
okay.
Who left?
Me. But I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, back like early 360 era, I think they were trying to like capture
Get more
the attention.
JRPGs.
Yeah, they were trying to capture the attention of like the Japanese audience. That's why they were getting some exclusive Japanese RPGs like Lost Odyssey. Tales of Vesperia was originally an Xbox exclusive.
Remember
Blue
how
Dragon.
Final Fantasy 13 came out on Xbox?
I know, right? Barely anyone remembers that version. Because it's just not like, it's not the console people go to for JRPG.
Star Ocean came out on Xbox. That
There
was
you
so
go.
weird.
Well, like,
I don't think anybody on Xbox wanted to play that game.
I don't know anyone who's played it. I'll be honest, but like not even just JRPGs, just Japanese stuff in general. They were trying to like get some stuff on there. Like, believe it or not, and this is still fucking insane to me. for a long time, science adventure visual novels like Steins Gate were actually Xbox exclusive. Like they were only on Xbox, and I'm like, what? You're telling me like Japanese visual novels were exclusive on Xbox at least some of them at some point? That's insane to me, but it's true. I looked it up, and I was shocked.
So you drink Mountain Dew and eat Doritos with the guys, fellas on Halo, and then you see some anime titties.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Afterwards. Oh man, what?
All right, bro. I gotta head out. I gotta get to the true ending. Like,
I gotta play Captain to the End, man. All right, fuck you guys. I'm off.
I like that he covered his mic there.
That wasn't me. Someone else did that.
Okay.
It sounded like
I thought you covered it to like simulate the sound of you leaving.
I know. It sounds like somebody getting off Xbox Live. Like, I gotta go. Fuck you.
Oh my god!
All right, someone's gonna have to edit that.
Oh my god!
You wanted the real Xbox experience.
He's not wrong.
Oh
there were a lot of
my
racist
God.
people on it.
What was it that every time you get in a Call of Duty game on Xbox, like not even 10 minutes, you get a kill on a kid? Fuck you, N-word.
Pretty much.
If you watch any of these videos, like like how people do like those soundboard pranks where they get like just the character's voice and then you put it on like a soundboard and then you play it during the gameplay of the game.
Yeah, I've seen these before.
If you listen to those, people get really foul-mouthed like really quickly. Like even when they're making the characters say like nice things, like before they actually go wild with the soundboard. People did it as like they're just racist. Like,
over that, bro. They would get mad, like especially in the Call of Duty videos.
Fuck you fucking.
I think that's why I mostly never use the headset on Xbox.
Yeah, same here.
Sometimes it would play on your TV.
If I used it, it was like when I was in a party with friends.
No, wait.
I have a story.
Eric,
my
cousin. Do you remember? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, Eric, do you remember when we played and there's that one guy that was us, and then we felt really bad.
You got cut out a few times, Eric. Can you repeat?
You got cut out.
Well, we were playing Apex at one time, and there was that one who we were playing with who was like telling us what to do, and he had the mic on. They're like, and he's like, guys, follow me, and we're just, oh, okay, and then you typed in, we're sorry, we're bad. It was like, we really are sorry. It's like, this is our first time playing. And he was like, nah, guys, it's all right, it's chill.
Yeah, I think he had his headset on, so he was like directing us with voice.
What game?
But we didn't have our mics tied to the game. We were doing like Discord. So I was texting like the guy who was like helping us out, and we kept dying a few times, and I was like, hey man, I'm really sorry. This is like our first time. And he was actually pretty chill about it. He was like, hey man, it's all right. No worries.
I like that he's actually using the voice chat option for like the stuff that people advertise it for, like giving people.
Like in E3 when they make those cheesy ass like voice chats, like Mark at your 5 enemy, like that. He was sort of like that. He's like, hey guys, so let's try and
Those
do this
Fortnite players,
and like
the way they talk
and take cover over here and all that. Like he was trying his best to actually be direct with us.
Yeah, we got I think third place.
We got in third place, so it didn't turn out too bad at the end. But yeah, I still felt a little bad for him.
It was like, wow, bro, your shoulders must hurt for carrying us.
Did I type that?
No, wow. You just said that.
It sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, I think you said that to me after. It's like, man, I feel bad for that guy. He had to carry our weight the entire game. But yeah, go ahead,
Isaac. What were you gonna say? That you said you had another example.
Yes, I have another example of the chaos that was Xbox Live. I just remember you talking about like when you said you never played with the Xbox Live headset. I remember one time I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops, but it wasn't with a headset. It was me and my cousin, and I was sleeping over at his place for the weekend, and this dude didn't even have a headset. He plugged in his whole Xbox Connect and used it as a mic.
Oh, that's true. The Connect does work as a mic.
Yeah.
And I remember one night we're playing Black Ops, and my cousin's just talking so much shit. He's like, "Big Daddy Gooch, you got sniped." And then people started talking back to him, and it would just go back and forth. So we got on one lobby, and this dude was like, "You sound like the biggest bean on Xbox Live." He's like, "Oh yeah, kid, well that's not what your grandma told me."
Oh
Damn.
my
I guess I
god.
paid your rent.
Bro, they're not even talking to the player.
And then I think my cousin said something like the dude kept going, and my cousin just said something about Walmart Wi-Fi, and the guy got off.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay.
Bro, he was playing at like a Walmart Xbox One like Try Me Center.
He was playing at the Best Buy kiosk.
Oh my god.
Man. So it was Black Ops. So that was like 2010. Damn.
Yeah, 2010, 2011, just about. That was
Yeah. Because I
I
remember
have-
Modern Warfare 2 was super popular on Xbox Live, and that was 2009.
I have this story too of when I was playing Black Ops at my cousin's house once on PS3. They had the headset, so I was able to hear other people.
Can we talk about how bad? Oh, sorry, go ahead, but
It's alright.
just
Yeah, we'll get to you in a
PS3
sec. But like,
headsets and Xbox.
it's funny too that I
not
never
compared.
said anything over the headset because I really just didn't have anything to say to these people. But sometimes, because I was young at the time, I would fuck around by playing Isaac, you remember the Hey Arnold dubs that we used to?
Oh my god.
Oh my! I know where you're going, dude. You're talking about like the audio settings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
through the headset. I used to play those dubs when they were still
make-
on YouTube. So I would be able to hear their reactions while I was playing the game and getting some kills. And it was like, dude, what the fuck was he talking about? Shitting in a tortilla.
What?
Wow.
Bro, I used to go into my brother. So the nice thing I liked about PS3 headsets is that you could change like how deep your voice sounds. So I would just go ahead and start up a lobby in Modern Warfare 2, and it'd be like, "Fucking mother and all the pussy."
Yeah, the mic quality on
like
like the mic quality on that thing is like really bad.
I used to say so much.
I enjoy the fact that the mic quality is so bad. It just makes it funnier.
Yeah, it's too bad now you can't go back on Xbox Live, PS3, and play games because as soon as you get on Modern Warfare 2, you see niggas flying and shit.
Yeah, like I heard that people who did go back to play like those old CODs on 360 because the servers are still up. Like Xbox Live is still a thing on the 360 and everything.
Wow.
But it's been hacked to shit now because
Wow.
barely any
To
people
shit.
play it.
It's not even like Xbox Live; it's Xbox Live and a half.
Yeah, like they
What?
just went like nuts with it. So
Xbox previously recorded.
at this point, it's just not too. It's not too
sucks.
fun to play those games on 360 anymore.
You just see just motherfuckers flying and sniping you from like behind a building that wasn't even a real object in the game.
Yeah, like
There's no
it's
collision
It was
like
just
that.
a background building, and this motherfucker still threw a knife and killed you.
Jesus,
I remember seeing like
it's like Goku.
another thing. We're talking. This is funny that we're talking about 2 gens ago when Lawrence asked about next gen. But do you remember how So you know how Call of Duty always reads the last kill? I remember one game with my cousin. We were playing Black Ops, like search and destroy, and it's like kill everyone. You only have one life, and I just remember my cousin got so mad at one game. He turned his Xbox Live off and got banned from live for a week. And I'm like, why'd you do that? He's like, that motherfucker killed me with a tomahawk from across the map. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that guy. I'm like, what are you talking about, Sammy? And I look at the replay and I just see a tomahawk bouncing like 10 times.
The final kill cam.
The final kill cam, it's like, final kill. 3, 2, 1.
You see it in
two.
like three different perspectives.
Yeah. Ooh, and you hear the voice of the guy. Ooh. But yeah. So cloud gaming and Japanese people. Anime titties, Mountain Dew, and Doritos.
The future of gaming.
Dude,
awaits.
the trifecta right there.
Lawrence,
Anime
were you gonna put a
titties.
Lawrence, were you gonna put a dolphin noise over the Xbox Live part?
Yes, I have to.
Why a dolphin?
I mean,
So
you did a hard R there.
You did a hard R, sir.
All right. To be fair, I was paraphrasing.
No,
What?
I understand.
I quoted somebody.
I mean,
that
I
said
get what you
something
were
that
doing.
makes no sense.
Obviously, I'm not like
I'm
not
just
faulting
not-
you too much.
At
I'm
the
just
very
not
least,
trying to get in trouble. Okay.
at the very least, in the future, it can't be used as
Exactly. Ray
yeah.
knows exactly. You can't have somebody dig up tweets.
Exposed.
Oh my god.
I'm forced
Hey.
away now.
Some,
Bagels.
I didn't even want.
Wait, what?
Isn't iCarly YouTube poop?
It's a fucking iCarly YouTube poop that showed up on my feed over 10 years later after it originally came out.
What the fuck, man? On YouTube?
And it was about like the I Date a Bad Boy episode, and it's about the scene where Spencer is forced to buy bagels, and I just keep laughing at it because of the way Spencer like gets so angry.
What
Bagels? I didn't even want.
What?
I remember that. Somebody's gonna come up to like our panel like 3 years from now and be like,
With bagels?
With
no,
bagels.
with bagels. And at the end, sorry, one sec. My mom is giving me tea.
Bagels.
Oh my god.
What about a bagel?
Bagel? Buy some bagels. Bagels.
All right.
Alright.
Bagel.
What about pickle?
Okay, yeah. So like I was saying, like Ray is right. Like let's we'll consider the future when you scrub that audio, because somebody's gonna come up to us in a panel years from now and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you guys, the Ink Bros? Like, I love your work. You know, I'm a journalist. This blog.
Are they gonna be
You said
they
this
gonna
you said this 3 years ago in an Ink Bros podcast.
Oh, and also like potential sponsorships if they actually listen up to this point.
Yeah, edit the hard R, please.
I think
I
this
am
is-
going to. I'm
I
going
think
to
this
use
is the very first time we had to edit an audio version of the podcast.
All right, guys, make me feel like shit.
No.
No, we're not.
You didn't inherently do anything wrong. You like you said, you were giving
If
an example.
anything,
But I'm
at
just
least
saying, like, this
now-
is the very first time we actually have to do it.
Well, yeah.
Also because of the Discord crash. So
Yeah, because we usually throw these in just raw and we just edit out like any extra parts at the beginning and end. But
not it's fitting with the podcast now, in between feet and everything else.
How? Well, okay. Whoa. What's the connection with the hard R and feet? Are you calling like Lawrence racist or something now?
yo.
We out.
All right, everybody.
I think we should switch gears.
No,
I
actually,
think we should
on a
wrap
real
up the
note,
podcast
We're gonna
after
wrap
that.
up.
Oh, we're actually
Anyways.
wrapping up the podcast on Lawrence's account.
Was it on
Yes.
another account?
We are. On a real note, though, next time.
Xbox Live account.
Next time we do
Next
have.
time we're gonna
we'll
talk
be
about some
talking-
bagels that I didn't even want.
You're right, bagels. We're gonna be talking
You guys are
about.
making me laugh.
It was funny, man.
We'll show you the video after this.
I see you chewing on my sister's bagels.
I'm sorry, Lawrence. Go ahead.
So next time we are going
We
to
added
be
it to the
talking about
topic list.
bagels and movies skipping the theatrical releases. There are quite a few, and so we're going to be talking about that next time in about a couple weeks, especially when that list gets longer.
Well, we can talk
as it
about
does.
the ones that are delayed, but I think it's also worthy to mention like stuff that's just flat out delayed indefinitely.
Yeah,
Like,
but
The
and
whole
so
Last
movie
of Us Part
industry?
2.
The whole Hollywood industry.
yeah.
Well, at least in my head, I remember the third Heaven's Feel movie for Fate is delayed literally indefinitely now because of the virus. Like they just don't know when they're gonna release it. And I know
Yeah, a
Last
lot
of Us
of-
Part 2.
A lot of
Is
anime in
doing the
Japan
same
too. Yeah, they're getting affected by the virus.
Basically every movie production in Hollywood.
Yeah, and I guess and next time I guess we'll talk more in depth in terms of like which ones, how that'll affect
The future.
viewership.
Did you
The
guys already do
future,
a best movies of 2019?
Did we?
No.
Probably
I don't
not.
think we did. We can.
Or
we
it's
can
not
do that.
best,
and
but
yeah,
we-
that's
Well, no,
something-
because we started up the podcast back up again because of what's going on right now. We're all at home, obviously, so we have the time. And that was like a few weeks ago. So yeah, we definitely didn't because we
Yeah,
didn't
we
even
haven't
think
yet.
about
It
that.
sounded
So-
like you said. I thought you were gonna say we started up a podcast because of coronavirus, like coronavirus relief. What's happening?
Well, we were
like
gonna,
raising funds.
I
know
did
it's
actually
we-
want to say announce
we were
that
gonna-
right now, actually, but
we were gonna start we were gonna resume the podcast eventually,
Yeah.
but it's just that as a result
perfect
of the
timing,
pandemic,
in a bad way.
Yeah.
But
I love that you have to mention in a bad way because previously the way you heard it made it sound like, oh, this is great.
Isn't it great?
I do have to say this though. I will
Worldwide
say-
pandemic, yeah.
I will mention
Fuck.
this.
All right, let's sit down.
At the end of the year, we will be doing. Before the end of the year, we will be donating to one of the causes. Just like every year, we have chosen pretty much every year to do some sort of like donation for charity on our behalf. A couple of years ago, or last year, actually it was 2 years ago, after the Parkland shootings, we donated to Everytown for gun safety on behalf of the Inkling Brothers podcast. And so I don't think there was anything going on last year that was particularly that we felt the need to put some charity towards. But this year, we're going to go ham because we are, we're doing this, but also we're going to make sure that we give back. So we will be analyzing, looking at which charities we want to benefit. And over the next few weeks, you guys will hear it. At the beginning of the podcast that day, you guys will hear that announcement. It won't happen the next episode, so don't look forward to it if you are. But we'll talk about it over the next few weeks, and we'll let you guys know, hopefully in a month or so, which charity we've decided to donate and how much we are. It's not a lot. We're not, we're not rich, and we're not making $1,000 every day. So,
Says
but
you.
but we're,
You want
we're
to give
gonna,
us some money?
No.
but we're gonna,
Rich get richer, bitch.
we'll give a little bit.
Poor stay
A little
poor.
bit. And at the end of the day, a little bit helps. And so as a result, we'll update everybody as the time
It's sad
goes.
that what we just joked about there is actually true. though.
Yeah, it is.
If we ever do get a good viewership in the future, I would totally be down to do like
like a
and all
charity
that.
stream and like actually donate a lot of our most of our proceeds to charity.
Well, now's
Yeah.
the time. Everybody's locked down at home, which is great. They can listen to the podcast.
Oh my god.
My God.
I'm
But-
just loving how Eric is like, yeah, I did it because it happened. And I make the joke, like, it sounds like
No,
a relief fund.
I wasn't saying that. These
No,
Ray
no.
and Lawrence.
And then Lawrence and Ray are like, yeah,
I
we
was-
decided now because, shit has
I was-
happened.
I was referencing the scene from Avatar when, in the beginning of season 3, when Sokka was like, "Yep, the whole world thinks you're dead." Isn't that great?
Well, at least for one of you two, I think like the first podcast of this season was like, thanks to what's happening right now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, all right, that's not the way you should word it.
It wasn't.
People are
Okay, no.
dying, and
You're
we
thinking
can
of it
thrive.
differently.
Oh well.
Thank you for making this possible by catching corona.
God. But
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
Please stay
I'm
safe
not making
out
fun
there.
of corona.
everyone stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay
We
safe.
love you guys as
Drink
always.
water. Wash your hands.
We will, we'll catch you guys in a couple weeks, 2 weeks. We apologize that we couldn't get it out in 2 weeks last time, but we'll see you guys. in
Hopefully
2 weeks.
Discord doesn't act like shit.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
bunch of things going on too, like because we're quarantined, but some of these guys are still in school, so
Yeah,
that's
and
more
my
important to
semester's
attend
still going.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll try our best to release it in the next couple weeks. If we don't get it then you'll get it sometime soon after. We are on top of it. Don't worry.
Hold us at gunpoint if you don't.
every
have it.
time we say we're on
Jesus
This
Christ,
word-
don't say
Where
that.
is episode 23?
every time we always say we're on top of it.
It's on YouTube already.
We usually
I'll
are.
see if you don't give it to
Vice
me.
City Part 3?
Oh my God, Ray, that's right.
That's gonna be me with Isaac. Tie him up like, do it already.
Where is it? And then Eric picks up the phone. He's not releasing it. Oh really? Our college advisor comes in with 2 guns.
Jesus.
Oh my
Okay, we need to drop this.
All
We need
right.
to drop.
Anyways,
Wow, that's dark.
All right. Outro
but yeah,
time.
so we will, if we don't get it out in 2 weeks, we'll get it soon after, just like with this one. But you guys expect a new episode very soon. On
Why
that note,
2 guns?
everybody.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
the stimulus package of YouTube material. Get it when you get it.
Oh.
On that note, everybody, My name is Royal Dude Lorenzo. I'm the Blue Squid here on the Inkling Brothers podcast.
My name is Roy, also known as Meatloaf Man. I'm the Purple Squid
I didn't
on
know
the
we were
Inkling
going-
Brothers podcast. now you can go, Isaac. I'm sorry.
No. I'm Red Squid.
Fuck. Oh man. And I have
And-
bagels I didn't even want.
We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
All right, see you guys. Peace.
Later.
See you in a couple of
See you
weeks.
guys.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Wash your hands.
Run